Okay, we're live and we're going on here with things that are happening. And I'm on here because Ben Arlego has asked me to go live with him. So let's see if I can find Ben Arlego. With the amount of whiskey that I've had to drink so far, it's might be a little difficult. Let me see if I can find him. Okay, persons plus. Okay, invite. I found the invite. Come on. Add names or addresses. Yeah, okay. Where are you? Shit, I forgot what Ben Arlego's thing is. Okay, I will have to look into my email to find him again. Email. And shit. Hold on. Has he sent me anything? He has sent me stuff. I just have to find the Ben Arlego. Here he is. Okay. His email is okay, file, edit, shit, bent, log shit. I can't read that. Hold on. Okay. Edit. Shit. Okay, let's find it. Hold on. Let me get this. Okay. Edit. Okay, wait a second. It's going to take me a minute to do this because I've had a lot to drink. Let's see if I can add Ben. That's not working. Okay, let's try again. Add people. And or there you go. Let's see if that works. Probably not. Okay, I have to find his address again. Let's try this again. Shit. All right. It might take some time. Yes, it might. Okay. Just give me a moment. Just give me half an hour, for Christ's sake. Sunday live stream binging. Yeah, I tell you what, Santa Cruz, and that's how it is. Hi, Quig. Hello, all, says John Post. He was going to come on with me, but it did not work. Okay. Give me a moment. Give me a moment and a half. Okay, I can see my thing, no problem. Sent you in one of the calls. Yeah, I know. Hold on. I will get there. Don't know what the fuck's I'm doing now. Hi, Whiskey Throttle. You're still here with me. This is good. Let's see if I can invite see if I can go back to here, and I'm lost. When I've had this much to drink, I'm lost. Okay, hold on. Plus camera, go live. We're already live. Oh, I hope this didn't work. Shit. I've never seen this before. Does this work? Is this still working? Don Holland. There's Don Holland. Good to see you. Okay, let's try this again. What we want to do is find out how to do this thing. Okay. Give me a few more moments. Fucks. That's not the way. No. What we want to do is work back towards here and find the invite. Richie Zed, yes. Richie Zed, good to see you too. We want to find out a way to add no, I'm totally lost now. Okay, wait. Let me see if I can find out a way to add. Okay, the Hangout works. It works. We're 13 drams in. Don't forget we're 13 drams in. And we want to... Hillbilly Wine says quick before bed, a quick hello. Need to hit the hay, buddy. Sure enough, Whiskey Throttle, I understand thoroughly and completely, and I know where you're coming from. I was not going to go on live tonight. Malted in Montreal. Food quick after dark, yes. It's very dark here, isn't it? Shit, I hate this. I got to find out where to find Ben Lego. Okay, I'm working on it. I am working on it. Just give me a moment. Okay, we're alive and we're working on it. After dark, yes. Hey everyone, says Swami. Good to see you, Swami. Call me and I will walk you through. Call you? Holy shit. Okay, wait a second. Richie Zed says, Food Quick, what's been your favorite of all the drums? My favorite all the drums? Oh gosh. That's a hard question, really. Pay your electric bill on Hangouts. Okay, wait. I am on Hangouts. I'm on the Google. I'm on the Chrome. I'm on the Hangouts. Okay. Let's see if I can. Okay, Hangouts this way. Hangouts that way. Hangouts that way. Hangouts that way. Oh, if I turn back on Hangouts, it's not really good, really. It does not seem to be doing what I want to do. Now let's see. Yeah, YouTube. Okay, 13 drams in, live now. And I want to invite. That's not right. It's not the right page. Oh, here we go. Invite. Send invite to, okay, let me check my email again. No, that's not the way. Okay, email. Bento logs crash 9. Okay, hold on. The logs crash 9. Okay, I got that part. What's the rest of it? What is the rest of that? What is the rest? Oh, I'll get there. Don't worry. At gmail.com. Okay. Now, where did I put that? Shit. Okay. Intel logs crash 9. No, that was 8. At gmail.com. Invite. Boom. Come on, Ben Lego. Hopefully you'll come on. He got it, says Matthew Granger. Oh, good. Tons of nice live shows today. Matthew Granger says, good shit, food quick. Oh, man, I've had too much to drink to be really doing this. Fucking cast strength. I'm spraying it all over the place. Okay. Duncan says, Richie Zed for some reason. Richie Zed me for some reason. I did not get the call. Futs. Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can do this again. Okay. Add person. Okay. Wait a second. Let me find you again. I will find you eventually. And Bentalog's crash 9. Is that it? Okay. Bentalog's crash 9. Bentalog's crash 9. Oh, crash 9 at gmail.com. Oh, that's what happens. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. There's a U there where there's not supposed to be. Intel logs crash 9 at gmail.com. Try that. Invite. Invitation posted. Let's see if this works. Maybe he joins us. Maybe not. We'll see. I've done what I can.
Is it working?
Oh, I see something there. That's.
Is it working?
There he is.
Wow, we did it.
Why do you have such a complicated email address?
I made it that way so people wouldn't find it.
I made mistakes on that a few times and finally got it right.
Wow. This took a long time.
Well, don't forget, demented people are slow.
Yeah. And someone who said 13 drams already has got to be quite slow, I think.
Well, I'm about to pour the 14th sometime soon.
Go to 18, eh?
I don't know if I could go that far, but I'll do the best I can. I've had a very relaxing afternoon watching people's videos and getting into people's live streams. And
yeah, this is the 5th one for me today.
I still have this dry, stupid cough that's bothering me, but you know.
Hey, did you see that Unjuego guy in my last live stream?
Who, what?
His name was Unjuego. He was in just before you. Did you see his messages?
Well, I must admit that there have been so many live streams that I have not seen them all.
Yeah, not surprising.
And you know, if there's a video that's more than about 20 minutes, I tend to just gloss over it. And
yeah.
I don't mean to be offensive or anything, but it's just that I've only got so much time.
Well, hey, you saw my Tomaten 15 review, didn't you?
I did see that. That was good.
Yeah. It was, I'm sure you know, it was just tea, but we added water to it to make it look like whiskey.
One of these years, you're going to have some real Tomaten.
Yeah. Tomaten 15 years old. Very nice.
I would suggest the Kubakken.
The Kubakken?
Kubakken, yeah. Overall, the other Tomatens they're kind of light and kind of thin.
Yeah.
In my opinion, if you at least the Kubakken has some peat to it, so it has some flavor.
The peat strikes back.
Well, the peat always the peat helps, unless the thing has enough flavor to carry it. There are a lot of whiskeys out there that are weak, and they taste weak and they are weak, and it's like, I wasted my money on this stuff, you know?
Yeah. And 2, Sriracha Ace. I am somewhat interested in whiskey. I haven't had alcohol since 2009, but when I am 21, I probably will try some whiskey. And maybe I'll even, if Quig, I'll go to Whiskey Festival with him or something, maybe. Who knows?
Well, on that note, what I got to do is I got to replace this. I got to put some water in this glass because I'm going to get dehydrated if I don't do so.
And get cramps and shit in the morning.
I'm going to pull a Quig and I'm going to be right back.
Pull the Quig. There you go. So how's everyone doing tonight? This is a lot of people in here have not seen me on Quig's channel before. This is not my first time going on with him. You might want to turn on some lights in the background, by the way, Quig. It's like you are the only thing in that room.
Just a minute.
Oh, great. Oh, my great. Anyone have a Glendronach in here? When did your interest spawn? My interest spawned because I found Food Quig here, his channel Fequig. I found it through a guy named Mikma, who used to do videos, and then it's just kind of a strange coincidence that I found him, and then I've been watching people like Eric Waite and Whiskey Throttle, and now Scotch Test Dummies too.
Lights you requested. Hold on, I'll get some more lights on.
How many videos do you have on your channel? About 600 to 700. I've done YouTube since 2009. So I have a lot of videos. Some of them aren't so good because I started doing this when I was 6.
You've been on as long as I have, almost.
Yeah. You can still find my old 2009 and 10 videos. They are Lego reviews. Pretty funny stuff.
I got videos from 2006 that are still up.
Yeah. Like the one, hey, remember, I don't do shout-outs. I asked you what the song was.
Oh, I don't do I have to think back on that one.
It was the one where you had 20. It's where you hit 20 subscribers on Fequig and you listed out who your subscribers were.
Oh,
December. Wow. It was December of 2006. It had Theme 1 in it.
Theme 1?
Yeah.
Theme 1 from Van der Graaf Generator.
The Van der Graaf Generator. It was the live at the BBC one. the
One
version
of my
of it.
favorites.
Yeah, that's a great song.
I still have it on my hard drive.
Yeah, I have that one on a vinyl too.
So do I.
It's one of my few vinyls I have still.
Well, I got a fair bit of vinyl, but I don't use it much because I have so many files on my hard drives.
Let me move my webcam. It might get a little loud, so I'm looking at the camera. Well, I got a new iMac.
A new one.
Yeah, mine was from 2006. I upgraded.
What have you got now?
2008.
2008.
It didn't cost very much. It still runs their newest OS.
Well, that's good. The one I got is from about 2013 or 2014, somewhere in that range.
Mine came with also that magic mouse, the one that's like, it looks like there's nothing on it.
I got the same one.
Mm-hmm. It takes a little bit to get used to the scrolling on it, but it's actually quite nice once you do.
Well, I've had no problem adjusting to it, but yeah, I've had it for about 4 or 5 years now. The reason that I have it now is because I had a 2012 iMac, and my ex's rabbits bit the wires for the sound system.
Mm.
Now, what happened was a short circuit.
Yep.
And the amplifier was killed. So I thought, okay, I'll just plug the other amplifier into the system and plug it into the computer. And there was a power surge, and that blew out the motherboard of the 2012 iMac.
Yeah.
And I like that iMac. Even though it only had a 500 gig hard drive, it it had a built-in
webcam.
No, not only that, it had a built-in drive, so you could put discs in it.
Yeah.
No, I don't have that anymore. Now I just have everything. There's no disk drive on this one. There's a built-in camera that you're looking at right now when you're seeing me, but there's no disk drive.
Yeah.
So
also, I'm not sure if you saw this, but this is actually, it's the predecessor to the MacBook. It's my Mac laptop I have. The screen might be a little miffed, but that's fine. But
I used to have a black one.
Mm.
The black one I bought 10 years ago in 2008.
Yeah, 10 years ago, 2008.
I gave it to my mother about 6 years ago or 8 years ago. She still watches my taxi vlogs on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, you might have to acquire a taste for it, I agree. But, what's some other stuff? I know I just have acquired recently also a brand new sound system, which I can use for my computer.
Oh, good.
I have yet to get the adapters. I will use Dragonfly. Remember what we went on. Dragonfly, that's what I will use, and I will have it set up surround sound for my computer.
Damn, you're on top of what I'm doing. I got the Dragonfly. It's plugged into a Marantz amplifier. And I've got 2 main speakers here and two speakers in the back and a subwoofer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what I have that might throw you back a little bit if you used one of these back in the day? It's my mother's. It's a compact VHS camcorder. It's a JVC. This is from 1995. That's where you put the tapes in.
Back in those days, I still used the 35 millimeter single lens reflex camera.
Yeah, I have I'm not sure what millimeter it is. It's a film camera. It's a Canon one. It's the Sure Shot 60 zoom. It uses. Yeah,
you're already into digital stuff. I was using film.
This one's a film one.
Is it?
Yeah, see, let me release the film thing here. Release that door. If I can get it to release.
Well,
yeah, it's not digital. I can't get the thing to release, but that's not digital.
Oh, okay.
It's from 1995, if I'm correct.
Well, last time I bought a film camera was in 1991. I took some good pictures with it.
I actually have, you've heard of Vivitar, right? They make camera stuff.
Yeah, they make lenses mostly, don't they?
Yeah. I actually have a very old Vivitar camera. This is actually from 1984. It's a film camera. It's called the PS35.
Oh, my goodness.
I found it at a shop, but it actually has one of the most powerful flashes on a camera. There's where you put the film into it.
Yep.
This one's actually pretty good in the like I said, the flash. This thing takes great images even still, and it's going to be 40 years old and not so on.
What year was that?
1984, so less than half a decade.
84. I remember that year very well.
What happened in 84?
Oh, shit. What happened in 84 was the year I entered university.
Mm.
And earlier that year, I lost my virginity. What else happened in that year? Oh, I wrecked the car.
Was it your Trans Am?
No, it was a Ford Escort.
Mm. Do I have a Polaroid camera? I don't.
It was snowing and it was icy, and it was I was taking some guy out to Chateauguay, and we were going over the bridge, and there was some ice, and I geared down, and as soon as I geared down, the front wheels kind of stuck, and the car spun out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know I have this camera though.
What's that?
It's called a Canon PowerShot A710 IS.
A710 IS, son of a bitch. Where did you find that?
I found it at the same shop I found that Vivitar one at. It still works fine. That's actually what I use for some of my videos still.
710 IS is the first camera I used for shooting videos.
Yeah. Only problem is it seems like there's dust stuck under the screen, but it doesn't. Of course, it doesn't show up on video. But for me, whenever I'm recording, there's like dust trapped under the LCD there for the.
No, but that made very good video.
It did.
And
no, of course not compared to nowadays.
For a couple of years, and then somebody who I knew over the internet or over YouTube said that her camera just crapped out, and I said, "Well, I can send you one," and I sent it to her.
I know. I'd love to know.
I don't know if you're familiar with Fernifer.
I'm not. I wonder. I'll have to ask Mikma because I'm actually in contact with Mikma through
Really?
email. Yeah, Mikma and I have known each other for quite a while. I'll have to ask him what he used for his videos.
He might know Fernifer. Her name is Jennifer. I'm trying to remember her last name. I forget. But Fernifer, she's active on Facebook. I see her on there every so often.
I deleted my Facebook account. I don't want anything to do with it anymore.
I keep the account going, but I don't answer stuff that I don't want to see.
Yeah.
I mean, my sister's on there, and I have friends on there, and I have people that I've been in contact with since 1992 on the internet who are still on there. So yeah, I don't delete the Facebook stuff, but I don't go into it deeply.
Yeah, you gotta miss Mikma. Hello, YouTube. Mikma here. You remember I Am the Bodyguard, where he had like all the different like masks and stuff on?
Actually, no, I don't really.
It was about Sarah Carey. If you remember Sarah Carey.
I do not remember her.
But yeah, it was whether or not Mikma was a stalker or a bodyguard to Sarah Carey. And he was like, I am the bodyguard. I am a bodyguard.
Okay, well, you're much more deeply into this than I was. I was watching people like, let's go back in time here. One of my favorites was Zipster08.
Zipster. Classic.
Yeah, and I'm still playing a game with him on Facebook. There was Zipster, and there was it was people like man, I have to go back in time here. One of my favorites was what was her name?
Bible Girl?
No. No, I'm thinking more of Phaedrus. She was from Montreal.
Montreal.
And there was another one, she was down in Arkansas. What was her name? What did she call herself?
Wasn't she the one who put people in her prayer book?
No. That's Jessica. Jessica was from England somewhere.
Didn't she pass away recently?
She passed away about 5 years ago, I think.
Oh.
And her daughter was still on, but she put up one or two videos about her mother passing. And her name was Carrie.
Yeah, I know. Of course, if you want to get into classics that we've already talked about, like, oh, you remember Renetto, right?
Yeah.
You remember his Mentos and Diet Coke thing?
Yeah.
That was actually what got him popular, if I remember correctly.
Renetto really didn't do it for me. I never really warmed up to him.
Apparently he has lung cancer.
That's bad to hear.
Yes, and also his mother is in, like, I don't know what, she has something wrong with her too right now. But yeah, he's still going.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Who else is there? Mr. Pregnant posts unrelated videos to what he used to do.
He still posts?
He posts like legal videos, like stuff for law school. It's not like anything like comedy, not even where he ran around. It's totally unrelated.
Mr.
Pregnant.
Mr. Pregnant was entertaining for a while. And what turned me off of him was when he was going around in New York City wearing G-strings and shit. And just walking around with people pointing cameras at him and that got old real fast. But when he was doing stuff in his apartment and he was being crazy and stupid, that was fun for a while.
Yeah, whenever he did I Am High.
Yeah.
And then you did a response to that. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Pregnant was entertaining for a while.
Yeah. I know. It's unfortunate though, like you don't really see people like that anymore, like the classic people. Unfortunately, a lot of them have just stopped posting, but it has been a long time too.
Yeah, it's a time that's long gone by, and you won't see it again because it was a novelty at that time, and it was something special. It was the beginning, the beginning of YouTube.
Yeah, back in the early days.
People from back then are gone now, or they've all gone to Facebook.
Yeah,
and there's nothing much there anymore.
Yep.
Of the people from the beginnings of YouTube, it's just not the same scene. It's totally different.
A good person that I knew, he did like originally like Lego videos. He was just a creative, funny guy. He had a good attitude, a good sense of humor. His name was Bill Bryson. He does not do YouTube. He did YouTube for many, many years, starting in 2006 up till like 2013. But then he's just on Facebook now pretty much. He's actually the guy, if you remember Smoking Bill's Matt Tips, he's where the name comes from.
Okay,
Bill Bryson.
I'm not familiar with any of that.
You probably wouldn't know him, but that is where, if you remember Smoke and Bill's Matt Tips, that's where you got the name from. It's that guy.
I did see that when you mentioned it to me, but I was not aware of that. The people from the beginning are people like Zipster08, and there was this other guy, Martin. He was from New York or somewhere, or Boston or something like that.
I don't remember what he posted, but I know who you're talking about.
You know who I mean, right?
Yeah, I just don't know what he posted. I can't remember.
Well, that's because his wife did all the posting. He just talked in front of the camera and she put it up for him. And I don't know if she's still around anymore. And then there was, what was her name? This chick down in Arkansas. I kind of liked her. Then there was a bunch of people that I used to watch, but not really. I watched Renetto for a little while, and I thought, man, this guy is pompous and full of shit. And then Zipster, he was genuine. He was good.
Zipster's a good guy.
And then there was Geriatric 1927.
Unfortunately, who has passed.
Yeah, he's long gone. But he was buddies with Zipster.
And he told really great stories.
Did you see that stuff from when Zipster went and visited him?
I have not.
Ah! That must be still on YouTube somewhere.
I'll have to look it up. Just be cool to see Geriatric again because it has been a long time.
And then there's Huey and Tom. What was their name? We Cindy and I went to visit. We met them down in Florida a couple times. One Eye Blind.
Familiar, but
One Eye Blind.
One Eye Blind. I don't remember what the content was.
One Eye Blind. We got together with them down in Florida. That was fantastic.
What's the guy? Dago Cleo.
And Dago Cleo's a good buddy of mine. We got together in Montreal about
Lunch with the Feckwig. I remember that video.
Which one?
Lunch with the Feckwig, I think it was called. He posted it on his channel.
That was when we went to that smoke meat place, Chenoise, on Boulevard Saint Jean.
Yeah. Wasn't your mother there?
Yeah, my mother was there too, and that guy, we're still in contact all the time. We're still commenting on each other's videos, and sometimes we Skype, you know.
Yeah, I noticed that he still does comment quite a bit on your videos.
He's one of those long-time buddies, you know. We've been in contact for about 10 years. It's fantastic.
Of course, there's Sven, Battlefield Doctor. He's been around for a long time.
Battlefield Doctor, do you remember his girlfriend?
No, I do not.
She was I forget what her handle was at that time, but her name is Sarah, and she moved from England to North America, and she was in British Columbia for a while, and she went to Michigan. I don't know what's going on with her. She's doing some kind of
what, Sriracha Ace?
She's doing some kind of gaming channel. I'm not really into gaming, so I don't really know what she's doing.
I know. Did you see the video I just posted?
What did you post lately?
What have you seen?
Oh my goodness, I'd have to check. I thought I was up to date. You did a 2 or 3 hour thing not too long ago, and I couldn't sit through it.
Yeah, my stuff's not very exciting either because I don't really have many people in usually, so there's not a whole lot going on. Unless you're there for them, I would probably not watch the replays if I were you because they do get quite boring. That's why I'm probably only going to keep them up if people are watching them.
Well, if I see something that says 3 hours and I've got like 15 minutes, it ain't going to happen.
Yeah. Did you see the video called just Wow?
What happened?
The video, it was just called Wow. It was a clip of our last live stream. It was music playing in the background and another guy I know, the same music playing in the background.
Yeah, I didn't quite understand what was going on there.
You saw the video, though?
Yeah, I did.
Did you see the one called Adoring Fan Executions?
I'm not sure that I understood that one either.
You saw it though? That video is an old video. I just thought I'd re-upload it for anybody new. It's basically, the thing is, this guy, his name is the Adoring Fan. It's in this game, Oblivion, which I haven't played in quite a while. It's not even my video. It's someone I know made it back in like 2009.
No wonder I didn't know what it was. I mean, come on.
I just thought I'd re-upload it for anyone who did remember. But yeah, I'm going to get back to normal uploading here soon. I'm planning on doing videos, that Mac tips thing, if you saw that, where I'm going to do like Mac help videos for people.
Okay.
And I might do some history stuff even. Who knows?
Well, Mac is very intuitive. You know, if you've got one in front of you, it's very easy.
Yeah. I'm going to get more into advanced stuff though, like the Unix coding and stuff, like for people that are really trying to become like advanced users.
Oh, that might be a little bit beyond me even.
Yeah. What kind of content do you like to watch on YouTube? Besides whiskey stuff, obviously.
I watch a lot of whiskey stuff. And obviously. I watch stuff about the paranormal and the unexplained and about history. And let's see, what else do I watch? I watch a few people that I've been subscribed to for a long time and see how their lives have gone, you know. I mean, I know people who've lost both their parents and their husband and one child in like 2 years. And it's interesting to watch how they cope with this.
I know. Are you at all interested in the history of the Byzantine Empire, if you even know what that is?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, I'll click on that every so often.
I plan on posting a video on the Byzantine Empire because I could become a scholar on the Byzantine Empire. I know enough. I have a whole library of books dedicated to that empire. I could tell you the whole history of it.
I would say that my interest is a little bit more surface than into the depths that yours are.
Because if you think about it, the Byzantine Empire is a continuation of the Roman Empire.
Correct. On the eastern side, yes.
On the eastern side. And from Augustus to Constantine XI, the final Byzantine Empire was Constantine XI, who, of course, was killed during the fall of Constantinople to the Ottomans in 1453. The empire had lasted for 1,480 years.
Constantinople. C-O-N-S-T-A-N-T-I-N-O-P-L-E.
The city of Constantine.
No, did you hear that? Did you ever hear that song?
Istanbul, not Constantinople.
That's one. That's Istanbul, not Constantinople. Now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. Now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. Nobody's business but the Turks. And that's the works, or something like that. Yeah, I know.
Red is in Istanbul.
But there's the other one, Constantinople. It's from 1928.
I don't remember.
C-O-N-S-T-A-N-T-I-N-O-P-L-E.
I know. I saw a great video recently about the Ottoman Empire, the liberation of the Balkan peoples from the Ottoman Empire. It was very well done. I'm kind of surprised you seem to know a bit more history than I thought you would.
Oh, you'd be surprised. I'm only 53 years old, but, you know, I picked up a little bit here and there as I went along.
Do you know about, like, the German Empire and stuff like that?
Are we talking about the Third Reich?
We're talking about Kaiser Wilhelm II in before the First World War, when Germany was first created.
Oh, okay. I'm not a great big adherent to the First World War, but I know a little bit about history, but maybe you could enlighten me, you know.
Yeah, because of course there is the very well-known Otto von Bismarck. You know who that is?
I've heard that name before.
He was the first chancellor of Germany. He helped to unite Germany.
Ah.
And he actually what he would do is that he was such a good chancellor that he would threaten the emperor, Wilhelm I. He would threaten him with resignation if he would not agree with his stuff, but Wilhelm could not afford to lose him. He pretty much ruled Germany through Wilhelm. He almost acted as the emperor while he was around.
Yeah. So some duke in in Yugoslavia got shot while riding in a car, and that started up the First World War. Correct?
Yes, his name was Franz Ferdinand. He was the
Franz
Austro-Hungarian.
Ferdinand, yes,
Yeah.
of course.
He was shot by Gavrilo Princip, if I'm correct. He's a Serb. He was a Serb member of the Black Hand. It was in actually Austria-Hungary in the Bosnia used to be part of Austria-Hungary, and it was in the capital Sarajevo.
Damn, you're on top of this shit.
Yeah, I could go on.
Oh, you're much more on top of it than I am. I just know that my family is from that area.
Mm-hmm. Of course. It's funny, actually. The Ottoman Empire and Austria were enemies. Actually, if you were not aware of this, the Ottoman Empire made it so far into Europe that they sieged Vienna.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, I remember my great uncle, 30 years ago or 35 years ago, he was always talking about the Turks attacking. Well, he was from Slovenia.
Yeah.
Or the south of Austria, that Austria-Hungarian. And he was always talking about the Turks attacking.
But actually, I think that invasion happened in the 1600s. But pretty much how it went was the Austrians and the Ottomans were like arch enemies. They were the worst rivals in Europe.
Correct.
But somehow, by the end of the Ottoman Empire in World War I, actually, Austria fought alongside the Ottomans in World War I.
Okay, well, I just remember that he used to tell me, we used to sit on his bench at his cabin in the Laurentians, and we used to sit on the bench, and he used to tell me about the times when he would sneak through the tunnel to get to his girlfriend in Slovenia, and he was from Austria, right? So he would sneak through the railway tunnel and sneak past the guards to get to his girlfriend in Slovenia.
Oh, what was I going to say now?
We're talking about shit that happened 100 years ago.
Yeah. Oh.
Because I was just a teen, and he was like 80 years old,
Yeah.
And he was telling me these stories about riding the rails all across Canada just to find work, during the 30s, during the Great Depression.
Yeah. I know. Here's something interesting. Of course, the Cold War was the United States versus the Soviet Union for the most part.
So from the 1950s to the 1990s.
Yeah. How much did you, because you were in Canada, in Montreal, back in the day when the Cold War was going on, you were still in at least Quebec.
Yeah.
How often did you hear about like the Soviet Union on the news back then? How often did you hear about it?
I never really was interested in the news. The last thing I wanted to hear was the news.
Yeah.
In fact, to this day, I do not read newspapers.
Mm-hmm.
I do not watch TV or listen to the radio. I get enough of that from my customers.
Yeah. I don't watch the news, especially nowadays. Back in the day, not so much. Back in the day, like back in the 80s and 70s, they actually tried to inform you more of what was really going on. Nowadays, it's just a lot of stupid stuff, and it's just fear-mongering.
Yeah, and I get enough from my customers to tell me that I really don't want to know anymore.
Yeah. So Rachi Ace asks me, what will be the first whiskey you buy at 21? If I can find it, I'll go for the Tomatin 15 or the Lafroig 18, I think.
Lafroig 18.
Mm-hmm.
What a great idea.
Lafroig 18 or a quarter cask strength. I'll go crazy in the first night.
Oh,
why not? Go quarter cask.
Lafroig 18.
Or the Uden Spring Bake.
I happen to have some right here.
Lafroig 18. Has that been part of your marathon you've been going on? Your little flight?
Well, I've had about 13 so far, so what the hell? I can have one more.
All right, I'm going to go get a drink too. I'll be right back.
And I'll get some water too, and I gotta pull a quig and take a piss, you know.
Yep. Time for the quiggy.
Yeah.
All right. Something I'm missing. If you can't find this, consider Old Polney 12. I will. What all do I have here? My Crusading iMac. That's about it. And the Crusades, they continue. Is anyone else amazed by Andy's back wall? Yes, the whiskey tower, the whiskey wall. And that's incredible. And that's incredible. Whiskey throttle, if you're here, I'm just drinking water. No soda. For me. I have high blood pressure anyway. Oh man. I had quite a event tonight. Oh, that's a little bit.
Okay.
The quig is coming back.
Where are we at?
Same old, same old.
Oh, Lafroig 18, yeah.
Lafroig, yes, Lafroig. You know what? It's strange though. Ryan Summers, where did he go? I cannot say.
I don't know.
We of course know what happened to Sneerson. The last time I saw Ryan Summers was in the live stream where the fake Sneerson account was created.
Well, Sneerson has sent me a sample, some samples in the last little while. If you haven't seen my my video where I did that unboxing,
yeah,
he sent me this here.
By the way, you can probably tell Sneerson. I know who made the fake Sneerson account and scared him away. It was that troll. You know the troll?
Yeah, I don't care about that. I know Sneerson is a good guy.
Yeah.
He's in Saskatchewan, and he sent me several bottles of whiskey.
But since you're the only one that seems to be in contact with him still, say that it's safe for him to come back because I do miss talking to Sneerson.
No, Sneerson was okay. And there's also Don Holland.
Yeah, Don Holland is still here.
And Don Holland has sent me this. Four Roses.
Yeah.
2013. 125th anniversary, limited edition, 51.6%, small batch.
I have enough drama in my crusade. I don't need any more from YouTube.
No, we don't need drama at all. You know, I am not even looking at the comments. I don't know who's commenting and who's.
Oh, you don't read your comments anymore?
I don't care.
Yeah, did you? I'm opening some of your older black girls on the show. What's something good? I can just
enjoy this Lafroig 18 and sit here and go.
According to Scott on the Scotch Test Dummies, they are not making Tamon 15 anymore.
They haven't made it for about 3 years now.
Yeah.
What I had was a sample or one of these that was a 3-pack, and it was old stock.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I got to test it. Back in about 4 years ago, I wanted to try this stuff, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And there was one store that had one bottle left. And I went to that store, and it had sold that very day.
I know.
So,
What were you saying?
Down to Little Jumbo, and I asked for them to serve me Tomatin 15, and they still had some. And I tried it.
It's a Mountain 15.
And it was good. I liked it.
And didn't I tell you about the YouTube auto-generated subtitles?
Subtitles?
YouTube has a feature. It's called, if you notice in the video player, there's a thing that says, it's just a little box that says CC.
Okay.
Yeah. They are video subtitles, but they are auto-generated. It just listens in and it says what it thinks it is. They are just hilariously incorrect sometimes.
They can be incorrect, yes.
I know. The funny one was tomatin. For some reason, if you say two, it's a hyphen. So it was hyphen capitalized mountain. It does not know what the word tomatin is. Tomatin.
Mm.
Or, of course, it doesn't understand the name Feckwig.
Of course not.
Yeah. It's your description either translate to something about Sec would fit better with those legs, or Rick sucked legs.
Well, so many people have typed tomatin and gotten tomato when it comes to autocorrect.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's have some tomato. What was that?
I'm sorry I'm not in the chat, but sorry, actually, I don't watch the Scotch test dummies too much. I've just kind of been getting into them recently. That was my first live show that I showed up to.
Yeah.
And did you see the one where it was impromptu Whiskey Throttle did with Eric, Waite, and Scott?
Maybe.
Me and Whiskey Throttle are talking about doing a show here soon.
Yeah, I saw that bit. That's cool.
He also wants to do just a private chat with me and talk about like just my ideals and stuff, considering I'm 15 and I'm getting into this kind of stuff now.
Yeah.
I swear, I pledge Whiskey Throttle. I pledge in everyone here, I'm not going to drink any alcohol. I will never have a touch of alcohol until 21. I promise you that much.
Well, if you went to the province of Quebec, it would be legal at the age of 18.
Yeah. Or if I went to some places in Europe, it would be, I could drink it right now.
Anytime.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Europe?
Yes, I have been to Europe once.
Where was it?
I went to Germany and Austria back in 1979.
1979. Did you go to West Germany?
Yeah, it was West Germany. We flew from Montreal to Frankfurt. And from Frankfurt, we took a train through Bavaria and Munich and all that. And then we went into Austria. And we went to the south of Austria to a place called Klagenfurt. Which was close to where my parents grew up. And we hung out with my dad's brother and my cousin for a week near Klagenfurt in a place called Rosenthal. The town was called Feistritz im Rosenthal, and we were there for a week.
Yeah.
And around the area.
I know, unfortunately.
Huh?
Unfortunately, I live in Pennsylvania. I've only crossed the border with Ohio. You want to know? I went into Ohio 3 times, and I went into New York once. We just turned around. We went into New York and just turned straight around. Ohio, one time, someone fell asleep while driving. I'm not going to say who it was, and we crossed the border.
I'll tell you what. I've been in Pennsylvania one time, and that was, when was that?
What city was it?
Oh, we didn't go to no city. We just crossed from Niagara Falls into the United States, and we were in Pennsylvania for a little while before we got to Indiana.
Yeah, I've never left the state of Pennsylvania besides on accident and one time just to turn around.
Okay. Well, that's it. But for Europe, for Austria, we went down to the south of Austria for a week, and then we went to the north to Tyrol in a place called
Tyrol.
Erztal. And Erztal is the valley from Innsbruck that goes up into the mountains.
The Dolomites?
Not sure, but that's where they found the Iceman. Remember him?
The Iceman.
Yeah, Ötzi.
Ah.
Up in the glacier melted a little bit, and there was this frozen mummy of a man who had died like 10,000 years ago.
I know there's actually more recent evidence that there is human life in the Balkans earlier than in Africa.
Yeah.
Which that's still something they need to investigate more, but I've heard that. I know, but back to traveling and stuff. My dad served in the military back in the Cold War, and this was back in the late 80s. He went to West Germany. He was in West Berlin. He went to Frankfurt and everything. He actually saw, you can look this up and you'll find it. And even the event that he went to, he still has shirts and stuff. It was something called Monsters of Rock. It was in Frankfurt. It was 87. He saw bands like Metallica and stuff live. It was very cool. He still has a lot of pictures. Actually, it's funny. They had this training thing. They would have to shoot down like this little, like it's like a paper airplane thing that they fly around. And he has pictures of it coming. The plane accidentally malfunctioned and it went down and it hit their captain right in the head, knocked him right on the floor.
Well, I was only there in 1979.
Yeah.
So that was my only experience with that place.
Hey, here's something that he got in. This is because, of course, they had their military barracks and stuff, and every time he'd get paid, they had this military CD shop. This is when CDs were first coming out. I still have a lot of them. Here's one of them. It's the double pack, Blue Oyster Cult.
Ah.
It's Agents of Fortune and Spectres. Of course, the best song on this has to be "Don't Fear the Reaper."
Well, of course.
Obviously.
Classic.
Yeah, this is from Germany.
Classic tune.
Oh my lord. We're not even going to go into that one. I think I've already seen enough of that for tonight. Have you gone live with any other whiskey tubers? I'm going to go live with Whiskey Throttle, but besides that, it's just been McQuig. I've talked about going live with Eric Waite. We might do that.
Yes, you have. That'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah, because Eric Waite gets into the history a bit more.
Yeah, he does. He gets into... excuse me. Whiskey does this to me.
Yeah.
No, Eric Waite gets into the history and he gets into the region of where stuff comes from, especially with his wine videos, if you watched any of those.
Actually, I'm planning... Whiskey Throttle told me to get a bald wig. My next parody video of alcohol stuff will be a parody of Eric Waite's wine reviews. It'll be grape juice instead of wine.
I can't wait to see that.
Sriracha Ace says, at Benner Lego, is Quig your dad?
I hope not.
We went over this one in the last live stream.
I hope not.
Food Quig is a dad, guys, he says.
As far as I know, I'm not anybody's dad.
Yeah. Who were you with in 2003? Anybody?
2003?
I was born in May of 2003.
So that would have made it 2002.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. I have to think back now. What did I do in 2002?
Late 2002.
God damn, you're young.
Yeah.
I was born in 1964.
Hey, Mi'kmaq was born in 59.
Yeah, he's a bit older than me. Yeah, okay. So, what was I doing in 2002?
Like, that's one good thing about YouTube is that it can bring people of all ages, all political and socioeconomic backgrounds together. Like, we would have never met each other if it wasn't for YouTube. Like, it wouldn't have at all been possible.
I'll drink to that.
That's one of the good things about YouTube is that it brings people together.
This is good. This is a good thing. And You know, back when YouTube started back in 2005, 2006, people were talking about this, about people not, about people who would never get together,
Yeah.
finding common ground with each other.
Yeah, I've met some of the best people in the world through YouTube. I don't know where I'd be without YouTube. The people that I've met through YouTube have saved my life. It's been the best thing. Some of these people.
It's definitely very good, and it's a great platform for people to connect with each other all around the world.
Yeah.
And you know, I've got friends all over the world. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and you're friends with someone who's born in a different millennium than you entirely.
Correct. So what were we talking? We were talking about 2002. What
2002. Yeah, what were you doing with women in 2002?
2002.
Because the theory, according to Srirachi, you knocked up some woman in 2002 who gave birth to me.
Oh my gosh. You don't look anything like me. I don't think you're my son. But it is entirely possible that there is a progeny of mine somewhere in the world. I you know, just looking back on all the experiences I've had, 2003, 2002.
Yeah.
Well, there was that hooker in Vancouver.
I don't think that would be it.
There you go. So, you know, I don't think we're related at all.
Yeah, that's just funny though that he said that. Yeah, what a great one. It's a YouTube conspiracy. There you go.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Oh. It's like a modern party line. You know what I've been thinking about recently?
What's that?
The old internet, before YouTube. There was a site. This is the site that I remember from before the internet. You may or may not have been to this site. It was called DSL Reports.
Nope.
It was the best place to talk about home improvement and technology back in the day. Some of the nicest people I've ever met. I've known people there that have been on that site since '99, before I was born.
I'll tell you what.
Usenet.
I've been on Usenet since 1992.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I was too young to ever use Usenet because it sounds like it was a great community.
And when I first got on it in 1992, I was an engineering student at the University of Victoria. Not that I really cared for engineering. I just thought that maybe this will get me a job where I'll make some money, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't really go for it because I couldn't do the math.
Yeah.
But they had this, they had this VAX computer, this great big computer that they had terminals all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And you could log into this thing and you could get onto Usenet.
My oldest computer, I kind of collect older computers. My oldest one that was actually my first computer I ever used was a Windows 98 from 1999. I still have it to this day.
Okay, this is before that.
Yeah, that's way before Windows was even popular.
This is way before that. This is back in the days when you had a mainframe.
Back in the IBM days and stuff.
Yeah, and on there you had so many news groups that you could get into. And I thought, well, I'd like to get a date, right? So I logged into sock.singles. And I found a community there with sock.singles. And I met some really fantastic people on there.
Is Whiskey Throttle still here?
I don't know. I'm not looking at the comments.
Yeah.
So, sock.singles was fantastic for meeting people who were single. And it ended up that not only did I get dates, I ended up traveling to different cities and having instant girlfriends as soon as I arrived there. It was a fantastic experience.
Yeah. It's not that easy anymore, I don't think.
It was a special time and it was a special place.
Mm-hmm.
I've had girlfriends in Los Angeles, Memphis, Tennessee, Chicago. What's that place? Washington, D.C. Where else?
Oh yeah, 2003. I wish I was confident back then.
I've had several hookups with people who were really fantastic and great to know, and some of them I'm still in loose contact with to this day.
Yeah, unfortunately, actually, one of the more modern ways to get on Usenet, this is probably after you stopped using it, was in Windows. Windows used to come with something called Outlook Express. It was their default email client. You could go on to Usenet through this, but nowadays ISPs are actually blocking Usenet. Usenet is no more. Mm-hmm. And of course, what's left of Usenet is just a shell of its form itself.
Oh, it was a very vibrant community. I got to know a lot of great people through there and had some fabulous experiences getting together in gatherings in different cities with a lot of people. I even hosted one here. And, people came to visit me, and it was fantastic.
But you're still going with the taxi blog, so you did not stop at 500.
Oh, hell no.
You're going to keep on going?
Free now.
Yep. I noticed that you're going back to showing yourself in the videos, your face.
Well, that was because, about a year and a half ago, somebody said, I don't want to see you. I want to see where you're going. And now somebody else said, I'd rather see you than see where you're going. So I'm shifting back towards that.
Yeah, I liked it better back whenever you had the camera set up and it was just showing you doing whatever you were doing. It added more personality to it.
Yeah, well, I'm sort of doing half and half now.
Yeah. I know. You said something about adding classical music to them again.
I did back in the day I did add classical music to different things, yes.
Unfortunately, nowadays, classical music, every time I've put classical music in this video, in a video of mine, this company named Naxos of America will strike my video down to where it's blocked in all countries. No one can watch it. I don't know why. They have no legal ownership of it. I've looked into the legality. They don't own the song, so they can just strike it down.
Well, you've got to find songs that they don't think they own.
Yeah. One of them was called La España Danza Alta. It's a song from the 1400s by Francisco de la Torre. It's a great song. It's a great song.
And I tried to put that down?
What? Yeah, they just no one can watch it in any country. They just struck it straight down.
Well, I had one about 10 years ago where I went in drag. I shaved my beard and I dressed in drag and I lip synced I Love How You Love Me by the Davis sisters, something like that. with makeup and a wig and everything. And they completely they blocked it all over the world. And if I tried to upload it from another channel, they blocked that too. They would not bear to see this video.
Yeah. A friend of mine, his name is MC in the House. He used to do game glitch videos and stuff back in the day. And how many of his videos, he had to re-upload them and redo them entirely without music because a certain company called WMG had to strike YouTube and just take down the whole freaking site. I swear. WMG wreaked havoc on this site.
WMG was responsible for removing about 100 videos of mine.
Yeah.
And
I know even to this day I get stuff of mine muted by them. Even videos I made like going years ago have been struck down by them, even just recently. Before they were fine, but now they're just muted.
I sometimes get video what do you call those, notices that my video has been silenced or blocked, or my video has been claimed by some company somewhere.
Yeah.
Even though it's 10 years ago since I put it up.
Yeah. Oh, here's something. That video I put up, the Adoring Fan.
Bad will happen to you.
Yeah.
And it's okay, and it's all cool. It's like a video that I made 10 years ago. I don't remember what I did 10 years ago. Fuck, whatever. You want to monetize it? You want to put advertising on it?
I still can't.
How many people are going to watch it? 3 people in 1 year are going to watch this stupid video that I made up 10 years ago.
But you did see that video. What did you do you think it's funny that Adoring Fan Executions? What did you think of the music in that video?
Which one?
The Adoring Fan Execution one where they're falling off the cliff.
I really couldn't make anything out of it.
What did you think about the song though?
I couldn't really picture what the song was.
It doesn't make the video. It's just kind of strange, but yeah, that video is almost 10 years old, but I just re-uploaded it because it's on a channel that got taken down.
Okay, I couldn't really make sense of what was going on there.
Yeah, you'd have to have played that game to understand that.
That's it. I'm not a gamer.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, I'm not a gamer, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I'll have videos that you can understand better out soon enough. I'm going to do that wine parody of Eric Waite soon enough. Eric Waite said he thought it'd be funny. He wants to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you called that whiskey one the sincerest form of flattery.
Well, it was because you were making fun of me, basically.
Well, I wasn't making fun of you. I was just kind of doing a parody of the whiskey.
Well, that's what I mean. You were doing a parody and at the same time making fun of me, and I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I even mentioned I had water I was drinking at the same time. I was doing the nose and everything. You know what I did, actually, for that review?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I put tea in that glass. I put a little bit of water in it to make it look more like whiskey. And I brought up the listing on. It's Masters of Malt, I think it is. I brought up the listing for Tomatin 15. I just read off what the notes were, pretty much. Most of it, if you would have seen straight on, I was pretty much just reading. And of course, I did get some of it from your videos, but a lot of that I actually was just kind of reading off.
Well, a lot of the reading off I didn't get, but the whole part where you were talking about going and getting some more water and having to take a piss and stuff, that was just classic, you know.
I could find the 12, but I couldn't find the 15. I even kind of did your accent a little bit, if you noticed.
Yeah.
Or I tried to.
No, you did fine. You did fine.
Yeah, and Richie Z says, what would Scott from the Scotch Test Dummies think of this?
I don't know. Let me see if I can click into the...
What?
If I can click into the comments, that would be cool. What is going on?
Srirachi A says, is this kid the person who used to troll Quig? I've never trolled Quig, so I don't know what you're talking about.
No. This guy has nothing to do with the person who trolled me. It's not. There's no. There's no connection at all.
I threatened to call the cops on them in that one live stream.
Well, yeah, that guy, you know, I don't know. I don't even know who's commenting right now because I'm not even looking at who's commenting. Let me see.
What are some of those funny comments? Remember ISIS
there's
built?
The comments. Oh, here we go.
You remember that guy just said, he said ISIS built?
Wait a second. Is this kid the person? Okay. And 5 something. Damn, the lower bottle has opened up nicely. Preferred the quarter casket first, but damn, that lore was delicious tonight. Hell yeah.
Yeah, the guy that's trolling him lives in Minneapolis. I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We're not the same person at all.
Well, no, he doesn't live in Minneapolis. He lives in a place called Eagan, which is just south of Minneapolis.
Oh, well, close enough.
I know the freaking guy. I got his address and everything. It's no secret.
Yeah. Tinian should be. There you go.
It's no secret. We all know who
Pinto Bean.
What the hell is his name again?
Jackass and Pinto Beans, I believe.
Yeah.
What kind of name? What is the Pinto? The Pinto Bean Hoss?
His real name is Tim
Hansen. But you know.
Exactly. Tim Hansen.
You know, he makes all the fake accounts, right? One of them was. I'm past my bedtime. His name was Pinto.
No, I called him Pinto for a while too.
His name was Pinto Bean Hospital. It had me cracking up. I took my pills. I took 2 more than I should because I've been really sick. So I'm kind of crazy right now.
Yeah, you're crazy. I've had like 14 drams. I
can't believe because he made the name Mike Langson in the last live stream.
Michael who?
Tim's name in the last live stream was Mike Langson. If you remember.
Like I don't really care, you know.
But his name afterwards was Pinto. You know.
Whatever he calls himself, I don't really care.
Pinto. Oh, I need to drink more water. It'll help it go down. Pinto Beans Hospital was his name, though. He named himself Pinto Beans Hospital.
Yeah.
It's in the past. It is what it is. You know what? Rabbit and Red. You remember Rabbit and Red when we went live with him that one time?
Yeah.
We were actually talking about doing a 4-man show with you, me, Rabbit and Red, and a Whiskey Throttle.
Oh, no kidding.
He said that he'd be up to it.
Well, it's a question of timing, you know.
Yeah, because, of course, Whiskey Throttle in particular, he has to go places for his work. He 2 hours and back. Srirachi Ace says, how do you know he changed his chat names at Ben or Lego? Anyone can tell it's Tim just by the way he types. And he goes under different screen names because Quig blocks him or he just wants to stay hidden. But yeah, you can tell it's Tim.
Tim will come on as different names, but he will ask the same questions every time.
Are you going live tonight?
Are you going live tonight? Or how does this whiskey compare to that whiskey? You know, it's like, fuck, did you watch my videos? Did you watch my did you watch what I did about either one of those?
Oh, OJ for Hire is a subscriber of mine now.
Cool.
Thank you for subscribing to me, OJ for Hire. I know you're in the chat.
Excellent. Wait, let me get the chat back.
Srirachi Ace, thank you for subscribing to my channel, and Santa Cruzin was in here earlier. He also subscribed to my channel.
Okay. What's happening here?
I wonder if Scott from the Scotch Test Dummies, I wonder if he's going to watch that whiskey video now, because I told him about my thing. I wonder if he'll see the whiskey review.
Is Scott on now?
I don't think he's on here now. I could be wrong about that, but
okay. My thing is getting weird. I'm not able to see.
Yeah, I got these recommended channels that have nothing to do with anything that I watch or anything like that.
This is not working. I'm not seeing the chat.
There's the Scotch Test Dummies. Scotch for Dummies.
Scotch for Dummies is on too?
No, they're not on. They're just recommended to me.
Oh, I thought maybe they were watching us. Huh.
Yeah, I wonder if like Nerky Laquendo would show up or something. I don't know.
If who?
He's a guy who watches me. His name is Nerky Laquendo. It's a Spanish name. He's watched me for a long time. I wonder if he'll show up to any of your shows.
Oh, never heard of him.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I've got it back. No, I don't. What? This is weird. This is extremely weird. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Well, you're 14 drams in, so.
No, it's showing my video of Danfield's private reserve like a week ago.
The Danfields.
I don't get that. Okay, I've turned that off. Now let's see if I can get back onto what's going on now.
Oh, screenshots. Damn. I have enough of them stockpiled. I'm fine for now.
You have what stockpiled?
Screenshots. I have so many screenshots that it's getting ridiculous. They all have the same name and they want to overwrite each other.
Okay, well, let's see now. Let's see now if I can. You know what I'll do? I'll just use my other. I'll go on here, and I will click on to my thing, which shows what we're doing. This is not what I want to see. This is not what I want to see. Hold on.
Old Quig is back, says Sriracha Ace.
Old Quig is confused. That's not what I want to see. That's not what I want to see.
Don Holland. I wonder if he's still here. Sriracha Ace at Ben Lego. I subscribed because I thought you were a whiskey reviewer. Tell us about your channel. Well, I do all sorts of random videos. I do occasionally. I'll just upload stupid stuff from the past. I do history videos. I do Mac videos. I do sometimes just like talk videos, like talking about just life and history and whatever. Really, my content is kind of random. I just kind of post whatever I feel like posting. I really don't have like a set guideline or rule for my channel. It's just whatever I want to post for the most part.
I think I can book into it right here.
I really don't have like a set guideline or rule. I can hear myself in your computer.
There we are. I think I can book into it right here. I found it. Okay.
Now, Sriracha.
Richie Zed is asking to me, what are some of the 14 whiskeys you've had today?
Great. Think it's bats.
Good question. Okay. I've had a 2 Gingers Irish. I have had, what is that? McClellan's Highland. I have had some Tullibardine 228. I've had some, wait a second.
Is Whiskey Throttle still here? No, he's not.
McAllen 12 Double Barrel. I've had some Weiser's Legacy. I've had some Buffalo Trace. I've had some Lacheg 10. I've had some, what's that one there?
Lacheg 10.
Yeah, I'm looking up the other thing. That's the Jack Daniels Single Barrel.
Oh.
I've had some.
Quite a time.
That other one there. I'm looking. Hold on.
Oh, man.
What the hell was this? Oh, that was from Port Charlotte. Port Charlotte, 2nd edition, 10-year-old. And I've had a couple others. I've had a few whiskeys tonight.
Uden, was it Udengall?
Ugadal? I don't like
Ugadal.
I don't like Ugadal.
I know Rabbit and Red was talking about Ugadal.
Have you had 15 Lafroig? Yes, I like. Yes, I have had 15.
Don't you think that 15 Lafroig is the best? What is your favorite Lafroig?
It's good. It's good. I like the 18 also. Quig once had Lafroig 30-year-old sample. Yeah, I did. Richard Quig's on a good one. I'm reading these things now. Is Don Holland still here? Was he here at all?
He was here earlier.
Son of a bitch, I missed that. Because Don Holland has sent me some good stuff here.
So Ben R. Legos, who he's doing a chat with.
Who's he doing live chat with?
Most people are so confused by me on here because it's a whiskey channel.
Okay, well, I'm talking with Ben Arlego, who's been watching me for a while.
I'm a Feckwig subscriber in particular.
Oh, well, this is the Food Quick channel, so.
Yeah. Well, you're still the same person.
Yes, I am. Okay, now how do I get back to where I was?
What were you doing?
There we are. I'm back. Okay.
Right. I'd love to see into your world for a day. See what it's actually like.
My world?
Like, because of course, what you're trying to do now, I'd love to try and see your troubleshooting with computers when you've had 13 drams. I want to see what it actually looks like.
Oh, well, I found you, and I found me, and I found them, and that should work out okay. And eventually, I will find the right page and hit the stop broadcast button. And actually, I could do that right now, but I won't. I could hit the stop broadcast button at any time, and that would end the whole show. Yeah.
You planning to end it soon?
I don't know. It's working out pretty good right now.
Yeah, it's been pretty good so far. 5 Liter Mania asks, "What's the best whiskey you've ever had?" Quick, I thought you can answer that, but
how do you choose the best whiskey?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got to think about the situation. Where are you when you're having it? If there's a really bad snowstorm outside with the wind blowing sideways and snow and cold and draft, the best would be a Lafroig of some kind, I think. If it's in the summer, if it's in the summer and you're sitting around by the pool and the sun is beating down on you, best whiskey would be probably something like nothing peated. You'd want something from Speyside, maybe.
Speyside is good.
You'd want something like maybe how about Craig Ellachie? Craig Ellachie 13. That would go nice by the pool in the summer when the sun is beating down on you. That'd be nice.
What's the good condition for a Glenfields?
A Glen who?
Danfields. I mixed them up a little bit.
Danfields?
I call it Glenfields. There's so many names I can't keep up with them all.
Danfields.
Where's my other key? I lost it.
Danfields Private Reserve, 10%.
Oh my Lord.
40%. I got some here. Danfields Private Reserve, 10-year-old at 40%. Now, Danfields is an interesting whiskey because it comes from the same people who make the stuff called What is it called again? Excuse me.
I can't give you this one.
No. Downfields comes from Alberta, from Lethbridge, the same people who make Black Velvet. But
Black Velvet?
Black Velvet, yeah.
Oh, I actually have seen Black Velvet in person. That's the whiskey I've seen in person and smelt it.
Nothing wrong with Black Velvet, but this stuff is a step up. It's older. It's got a 10-year-old age statement. And it's a very tasty Canadian whiskey. I rather enjoyed it. I still have a couple of 25 milliliter samples right here. And Danfield's, what was the question again?
What, like you said, how depending on like the mood of the day, like the weather, certain whiskeys are better than others. What's the appropriate situation for a Danfield's?
Anytime.
Yeah.
Danfield's would go down anytime. Very good.
Have you ever done a Black Velvet review? Or is it too generic for you?
I've done it. I remember doing a Black Velvet review some time ago.
What else?
But right now I'm sipping some Lafroig 18.
Yeah, I think it was at my suggestion too.
Yes, it was, you bastard, you.
Weren't you going to finish it off with something with a high ABV?
Usually I go from lower to higher, lower ABV to higher ABV, and lower peat to higher peat.
You should do Lafroig quarter cask strength or something if you have any.
I don't have any.
Yeah.
But quarter cask is only 48%, just like this stuff here. So there's no real difference. But if I was going to go higher in ABV, I would just pull out some, what's that stuff there? Some Blackadder Peat Reek.
Yeah.
And the Blackadder Peat Reek is 55% or something like that.
I might be young, but I am not in the greatest of health. My eyesight is just terrible. I have to put my glasses on to read the chat.
Well, that's why I wear these too.
Yeah, I have these glasses are actually from like 2008. You seem to know a lot of whiskeys. I do watch, the main ones I watch is obviously the Quig, Whiskey Throttle, Eric Way, and I do watch a little bit of the Scotch Test Dummies. I've also seen some of the Spirit Safe reviews.
Spirit Safe, he knows his stuff. A few other good ones are Jason Whiskey Wise from the UK. Let me think now. Of course, there's Aquavite.
Mm-hmm.
Aquavite, you learn a lot from him. And there's a bunch of different channels that I'm subscribed to. I might forget some of them as I go along. Trenny and C, they're local here. They're
Whiskey Dick?
Whiskey Dick, yeah. Yeah, I watch him too.
Do you watch the Whiskey Vault?
No.
No one likes the Whiskey Vault in this community.
No, those guys are a bunch of charlatans. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Pardon my expression.
Well, it's true. I know Ryan Summers hates them.
Well, they're most hateable.
They are pretty much shams. Oh, Ralphie. Yes, I know Ralphie.
There's Ralphie, and there's also Horse Learning. Whiskey.com.
If you do not watch Eric Waite's Wine Notes, his second channel,
Have you seen Horst Learning?
No, I have not.
Oh, you should check him out.
Whiskey in the Six. I have not seen his reviews. I've talked to him before, but I haven't seen his reviews.
He's good too, but he tends to go for the expensive stuff. He tends to go for the high dollar, hard to find stuff.
Oh, Don Holland is here.
He is?
Yeah, welcome back, Don Holland. It's good to see you. He just said Ace Pilot.
Let me find and see where.
Welcome back, Don Holland. It's nice to see you.
Where the hell he is? Where is he now? Okay, I'm slow.
They don't know what they're talking about.
Ace Pilot. Why do you think Whiskey Vault guys are shams? And that's what Sriracha is saying.
They are just
because they are.
Because they don't know what they're talking about.
They're full of shit. But I'm gonna get some more water and I'm gonna take a quig.
I can't. Welcome back.
If you can excuse me for just a moment, I will do this.
A guy named Food Quiz in reviewer too, huh?
I'll be back.
Richard Blancas. Oh, I wanted the Blancas cart. I hear you, Ace. Who is Ace? Oh, Sriracha Ace. I was gonna see. I'm starting to lose it. Whatever, I've got another 7 hours until I got to do anything. So I'm fine. Or I'll probably take a nap and do a Ben or Lego. Do a Ben or Lego. That's what I'm going to call it from now on. I'll just do a Ben or Lego and then go to sleep. Like every other night. It definitely is a Ben or Lego nowadays. We're not going to go into that. But Richard Blancas, I like Parker's Heritage Barrel Finish Bourbon. That's my favorite. Where's this turkey? Russell. It's Russell. You know, I played Counter. If you guys know what Counter-Strike is, I used to play that game. There was once a guy named Russell that played the game. And all he would do, Whiskey Vault review a lot of young craft whiskey. Well, I probably won't watch it, but this guy named Russell on Counter-Strike, he would join the server. His name is Russell. And he would just put the word Russell in the chat a bunch. Russell. No one wanted to block him. Just the whole chat was filled with Russell going down the side of the screen the whole time you're playing. Just guy Russell. His name, and he added his name. His name was like 10 Russells. He just Russell. It's like the whole screen was just Russell. No one wanted to block him though. I wanted him gone, but no one else did.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, I told a story about, I used to play a game called Counter-Strike back in the day.
Uh-huh.
And online, I got in a server, and of course you can put chat messages in on the server, and they'll be on the side of the screen. There's this guy named Russell who joined the server. And all he would put in the chat was the word Russell. Just the whole screen was just filled with Russell the whole way through. No one wanted to block him, though.
Ah.
Russell. That was all it was.
Oh man, that's weird. Where I coughed into my whiskey and it spurted up my nose. Oh, weird.
Have you ever had whiskey come out your nose?
It just happened.
Come out of your nose. Like, you know how milk will come out of your nose?
Yeah. Okay, who's with us? Don Holland, Richie Zed, Richard Blancas, Sriracha Ace,
We just talked about Whiskey Vault, Richie.
And Richie says, have you seen Whiskey Vault reviews? Yes, I have, and I thought nothing of them, really. I found them kind of childish and stupid, really.
Part of me, a word I think is good for them would be con artists. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I wasn't about to be conned by them.
Yeah. You have a Whiskey in the Six hat or shirt?
What?
A Whiskey in the Six sells hats and shirts with this logo on it. Do you have any of them?
No.
I know Whiskey Throttle and Scott from the Scotch Test Dummies has one for the hat.
Well, merchandising, the only merchandising I have is a shirt that I got from Scotch Test Dummies for the 12 hours of Boom.
No, what was the video you saw? It was, I think it was when you went to Vegas in 2009. You saw an accident. Someone went off the road. I think it was the video.
Oh my goodness, that has nothing to do with the Scotch Test Dummies.
I just remember it. Why do you think they're cons? I don't know. It's just that they're very strange. They're not as clean and as clear cut. It's like they're just doing it for popularity or something. I don't know. It's just they're not genuine. I don't see the point of that. But Richard Blankus is saying, I don't like Four Roses. That stuff almost put me off the bourbon trail. Eagle Rare saved my bourbon life. Four Roses, well, Four Roses is all right. I like it. Hey, Don Holland, have you been watching my stuff recently? I know you subscribed.
Klein Leash 14, yes. I concur.
Good old Don Holland.
Yeah.
Gotta love Don Holland.
Yeah. Small batch or single barrel just burned my tongue too acidic. Interesting. And we're talking about Four Roses. I didn't get that impression. If I can get any Four Roses at all, it's wonderful. Inauthentic is the word I think you're looming. What the hell does that mean?
I think you're looming.
Ace, I don't get you. I don't understand.
I think he's talking about the Scotch Test Dummies. They're not. I think he's saying that authentic. They're not authentic is a word to use for them. Perhaps.
The Scotch Test Dummies are.
Oh, I meant the Whiskey Vault, not the Scotch Test Dummies. They're great.
Don't get me wrong. They are great, but they are a little bit too commercial.
Yeah, I can.
They try to sell shit, and they try to. No, they're very successful at what they do. Don't get me wrong, and they are entertaining to watch. But they try to sell more shit than I want to buy.
Yeah, they're like they were selling the signs like something about Pete, but it's like in the style of American election stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, Sriracha Ace says, I love the dummies. I just wish that they didn't push so much merch.
I concur. It's all about merch, and it's all about the things that you put on top of your whiskey glass. And it's all about T-shirts, and it's all about hats and crap.
I know, actually, one of the big reasons that I've stuck around with like the whole whiskey community here on YouTube is just because people like you and Whiskey Throttle and Eric Waite, like they're just good people. They're just fun people to chat with. Like, it's just fun to have conversations with them, if anything.
Don't forget guys like Whiskey Whistle.
And even people that don't do videos like Rabbit and Red and Sneerson and Don Holland too.
Yeah, people who don't do videos, yeah. There's some of those. and Swami Swab, although he does get a little bit carried away sometimes.
Yeah, malted in Montreal.
Yeah. And, Rob Whiskey in the Six, he usually has good things to say, but it's always about expensive stuff that nobody can afford.
Yeah.
And, it's a good little community.
Yeah. And it's actually kind of funny. Of course, I've done YouTube since 2009. My oldest viewer, besides me, is a guy that started watching me in 2012.
Yeah.
The most popular I've ever been is right now because of the whiskey community. I am popular in the whiskey community, even though I don't do whiskey videos besides that one parody. But for some reason, it's like my niche I've found. Before this, I pretty much was on my lonesome besides just a few people. And now I'm getting into a community.
I was much more popular back in the day.
Yeah. Richie Z says, haha, this is a whiskey tuber roast. I love it.
Back when I did videos about traveling and traveling.
Yeah.
When my ex and I used to travel all over the place, I did much better than I'm doing right now.
Yeah. Even though it seems like you are picking up more traction.
I'm getting some, yeah, but it's not anywhere near what it was.
Yeah.
Not that I really care that much. and that's the whole thing about it. I don't really care.
Yeah.
It's not important to me whether I have, 2,000 or 10,000 or 18,000 subscribers. It doesn't matter. Because the more subscribers you have, the more work you have to do to keep up with all the comments.
And the more people like trolls and stuff you have, too.
Hell yeah. And I've had enough. I've had my share.
Yeah, definitely.
That guy, Tim Hansen, was the top.
Panda Status was the one for me. Just
who?
I've already had my drama. That Panda Status guy, he was the one for me.
Oh, he may have been Tim Hansen, too.
I don't think he's Tim Hansen, but if he is, whatever. Because he made a fake account pretending to be you and pretending to be Eric Waite.
Okay.
So he's making accounts too. But yeah, I've had my fill of trolls on YouTube. I don't want any more.
This dram has a little off note, says Don Howland. Well, you gotta take that into consideration as an off-putting note, not P-U-T-T-I-N-G, but P-U-D-D-I-N-G, an off-putting note.
Off-putting note.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm glad though that I did get into the whiskey community a little bit more. Just take your shirt off.
Oh, I wasn't wearing a t-shirt under that. Ah! Hold on. I'll be back.
What a random occurrence.
Put a shirt on. Oh, it's just that the air in the room was getting a little warmer. And there.
Yeah.
Hopefully that works.
But what I was going to say is, like, I'm glad that I kind of got into this little community because, of course, especially the main three that I chat to and really watch is you, Whiskey Throttle, and Eric Waite.
Okay.
Because Whiskey Throttle, Daniel, and Eric are both just stand-up guys. They've been nothing but nice, and they make great content.
Absolutely.
And they've been nothing but supportive and encouraging.
Richie is asking me, do you like Henry McKenna bourbon? I'm sorry, Richie, I can't tell you because I've never tried any Henry McKenna bourbon. I have not had the pleasure or displeasure of trying any. So I really can't give you a good answer on that.
Well, who's the guy? I think I saw him earlier. I think it was in maybe Scotch Dust Dummies. Jonathan Bean.
Oh, yeah, okay. Jonathan Bean, yeah, I know him, yeah.
Who is he? Is he Tim?
Could be.
I know there's rumors. I know Ryan Summers thinks that he's Tim, but I saw him in the stream. I haven't seen him on your stream since a while ago.
he was on here before. Don't worry, he was on here. Tell you what, I got that bully bourbon and I can't even drink the stuff. Horrible. Oh, really? I thought bully bourbon was nice.
The joke was when I came on with you the first time, there was a guy named Jonathan Bender in here, and he was saying,
guy.
Yeah.
Same guy.
Yeah, and then I was saying, and then you said, "Is Jonathan Bender Jonathan Bean, who is Kim Hansen?" Like it's three different people within each other.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
And Ace is saying Heaven Hill makes McKenna. Well,
I'm gonna start counting who's in here. I guarantee you, there's a certain somebody watching this right now.
And Ace is saying he's not into bully either. It's overrated. Well, I got some bully here. I think it's
there's only one person. There's only one person here who's not accounted for.
Doesn't matter, really.
Yeah.
We've got 5 people watching right now.
Yeah.
That's not a really big deal. We've got 7 thumbs up and 2 thumbs down. The 2 thumbs down are from.
We got Tom 6 thumbs down.
I really don't care who thumbs it down. Really, it doesn't matter.
Your last one had like 6 thumbs down. Who cares?
Is that how much? Really?
Your last one had it went up to 6 thumbs down.
Wonderful.
You can just turn off the ratings.
It's not bad, but it's a little overrated with millennial.
Hey? I don't know what he's saying there.
I don't know what the A means, but and I don't know what the millennial refers to.
I don't.
But
in the cocktail scene.
I don't do cocktails. I drink whiskey.
Do you drink beer at all still?
Richard says I've had Evan Williams label and meow corn. What is meow corn? I don't know. Maybe wrong decade. Mellow corn. Okay, mellow corn. I get it. Okay.
Oh, I found something. Holy hell, I found it.
What'd you find there, guy?
It is, where is it? I just saw it. It's Mel Piece. God damn, I lost the Mel Piece. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's so tiny, I get lost. There you go. This is Mel Piece. There you go. It's a paper clip that I use to eject the SIM card out of my phone.
Oh.
And to open up DVD players that don't work anymore. There you go. It's Mel Piece.
Okay.
I've been looking for it. It's just so small that it gets lost easily.
Okay, here's what it is. I can't see you.
If you want to go by that.
Okay. We're back on. There you are. Okay.
You want to see what it was?
What was it?
This is what I found. It's just so thin. It's Mel Piece. Oh, it's a paper clip bent out so I can eject stuff.
I have things like that here, yeah. What was it for?
This one?
Yeah.
I have a phone and you can eject. It's how you eject the SIM is you put this in the little hole and it pops the holder out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Or I have a DVD drive that the button to open it is stuck, so I have to stick this into it, which will open it.
Okay, MacGyver, what's next?
What's next? Oh, well, it's 1:44 over here. I'm about to pull a banner Lego. I've been editing recently. I'm finally getting into editing videos a little bit more.
It's easy.
I'm not doing YouTube video editing though.
Why not?
Because, well, I'm probably going to get to it, but what I'm editing is not YouTube videos. I might try to edit my videos here soon. For me, I don't want to spend like an hour and a half making a 10-minute video. That's just going to be like something not so crazy. To me, it's more about the content, not the crazy, flashy editing.
Well, I'll tell you what. It takes me 18 minutes to make a 15-minute video.
Yeah. Now that I have this new iMac, I'm sure it'd be quicker.
Like I said, 18 minutes to make a 15-minute video.
Sriracha Ace, do you have any plans for other parodies? Of course, I'm going to do the parody of Eric Waite's wine reviews. Besides that, I don't think I have any lined up. I'll even give I'm just going to pick out a random line online. And I'm even going to give like background, like the history of where it came from. I'm going to get a bald wig. I'm going to stand up by a table. I'll make something in the background. I'll put like a fake Ardbeg shelf up. Everything. I'll recreate his little center where he does the reviews. I'll do a full parody.
I look forward to that. That'll be fun.
Yep. Who should I parody next? Do you have any idea?
Huh?
Do you have any idea for who I should parody next?
I'm sorry, I did not understand you twice.
I did a parody of your whiskey reviews, and I'm going to do a parody of Eric Waite's wine reviews. What should I do next?
What should you do next?
Yes, what should I parody next?
That's up to you.
Because I can't think.
It's entirely up to you. I'm totally... I am not... I'm not qualified to give you an answer on that.
Okay, this one I'll try to make it better than the last one I did for the whiskey. I'm not 15 years old. Did that confuse you though when you saw the title?
Matt and 15. My goodness.
What a strange whiskey for a first review though in reality.
It was fun. It was good. It just was tea.
Yeah, it was just tea. But actually, I had to wait. I actually had to let it sit for a little bit because when I first put the water in it, it was like all bubbly on the top. So I had to wait and sit for the bubbles to dissipate.
Let it settle down.
Yep. I had to let it age a little bit and mature.
Well, sometimes you have to let it settle down. And you have to let it settle down, and you have to let it open up after that.
Yeah. Actually, I will be right back. I'm going to go get something.
Oh, you're pulling a quig.
I'm pulling the quig. I'm pulling a quig.
Oh, my goodness. What are the comments doing here? Let's see now. Richie is asking, what's my next whiskey review and live whiskey event? Oh, Horst. Parody Ralphie, okay. This spontaneous live stream was great. Love the Quigster. Thank you, Richard. Parody Ralphie and Horst. Oh, it is so easy to parody Horst. You just have to make sloshing sounds in your mouth, you know. But next whiskey review and live whiskey event. Okay, the next live thing that I'm going to do, I don't know. But the next video that's going up is about Masterson's Rye. Masterson's Rye whiskey. It's going up real soon. In the morning, it's going up. First, and the Slurpee sound, yes. Wow, still live. Yeah, I don't know how the hell I pulled that off. I'm still here. I don't know. I've had about 14 or 15 drams so far.
Yeah, we're still live.
You still
I
there?
hear you, but I'm back. I have got a new drink.
Uh-oh.
You wanna see what it is?
Wait a sec. Let me find out where your page is, where you are.
Because
I'm on. Oh, there you are. Okay.
It didn't turn out so well this time. But this is Ardbeg Ugadal.
Yeah, right.
This is I don't know why it didn't work this well this time. It's a lot darker than it was the last time. This is again. It's just tea with water.
It ain't no Ardbeg Ugadal.
Oh, I should just chug it down to a shot. I dare you to put whiskey in a can and shotgun it.
Ardbeg Ugadal would be a little bit less brown, I think.
Yeah, this is too brown. I know the one I did for the tomatin was actually a lot brighter than this one. Just because there was not a lot of the problem was it was down to the very bottom of the tea, so there wasn't a whole lot of tea in it. There's too much water.
Yeah.
And I hate the tea.
Then why do you drink it?
Just because I'm having fun with this. It's fun to just screw around sometimes like this.
Yeah. I gotta think what I'm gonna drink after this. There's nothing left.
Wow. Richard Blanca says at Ben Arlego, "You're gonna be a great whiskey reviewer one day when we're all gone." Well.
Yeah, when we've all died from cirrhosis of the liver.
And I got water. I'm going to drink the water so I don't get cramps and shit in the morning.
Well, I do that too.
You know, according to Eric, that's the thing that made it stand out. He was confused by it. He actually thought I was drinking whiskey. But he thought, when I mentioned the water, he was like, that's Quig. It has to be Quig. It's a parody of Quig.
Well, let's see. I got to think of something Quiggy to do right now.
You got to take the Quiggy.
I got to think of something Quiggy to do right now. Ah, there are so many bottles staring at me.
5 Liter Mania says Ardbeg is my favorite, but Amrut is close second, followed by Ledeg, Lafroig, Kaulia, if that's pronounced correctly, and every other peated and non-peated whiskey out there.
Call who?
5 Liter Mania posted. Ardbeg is my favorite, but Amrut is a close second, followed by Ledeg, Lafroig. I can't pronounce this one.
Lecheg. It's Lecheg, not Ledeg. Lecheg,
Whatever.
Lafroig, and what else?
I think we have our man. DHSILV2 says, do a suicide, Food Quig.
Wait a minute. I missed something.
And then pee with that door open and take your shirt off. This sounds familiar, I think.
Amrut is close second, followed by Lecheg, Lafroig, Kalila, and every other peated and non-peated whiskey out there. Huh. Okay.
And then
I'll inherit a small collection of what?
he's saying that I will inherit his collection of whiskey to do reviews when he dies.
Should I die? Yeah, okay, sure. Come and get it.
Oh, do you think it's Tim?
I don't know, and I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. It's really not important.
Damn. I can't believe this. Going on again for this. DV2, a little off note, hey. Says Don Holland.
Well, let's see now. I gotta think of something else to drink now, and I've exhausted a lot of possibilities.
This isn't an economist. And then 5 Liter Mania says, oh, forgot about Bowmore. The single cast. Bowmore.
I don't have any Bowmore.
Apparently, according to DH Silv 2, suicide means blend.
Means what?
It means to blend whiskey.
Oh, I've done that.
So he wasn't telling you to kill yourself.
I could do that. I've done it. Oh. let's pull one of my personal blends out of the. Here we go. This one here is 40 Creek Copper Pot, Crown Royal Northern Harvest Rye, Seagram VO, Lefroy Glore, Trust Whiskey, and Big Pete. And I've probably added something else to it. It's Canadian with a wee bit of Scotch. And the wee bit of Scotch is peated.
I think I've told you in the past that I run a mowing business in the summers. That's how I make money. I'm planning actually. What?
You cut grass?
Yes.
Okay. I did that when I was young too.
What I'm planning to do actually is try to work more and save up money. I want to go on a vacation to the southwest of America. I want to go to Vegas. I want to go see Death Valley. I want to go to Arizona.
Some of my favorite places.
I'm planning on, if I save up enough money, I will be able to go in January of next year. I'll be able to go down to the southwest and I'll make videos there.
That's a good time of year to do it.
Yep. Well, I'm sure you'd watch those videos, Death Valley.
I've been there. Yep. I made those videos.
Yep. But I would like to do some videos of Death Valley. I think it'd be cool to go there. Lowest elevation on Earth.
Yeah. I've done the whole thing at the 279 feet below sea level thing.
Or maybe I'll go to Grand Canyon too.
And Grand Canyon is cool too. Yes. I've had good times there. I plan to go there again. What I plan to do is retire in about 10 to 15 years from now and get myself a little motorhome. Nothing big and nothing extravagant, just enough to live in, you know?
Yeah.
And I plan to motor down there and spend my winters in the warm desert. And in the summer, I'll come back up to Canada and go up to the north, up to, Yukon and Northwest Territories or Labrador, someplace like that.
Have you ever been to Alaska?
Yes, I have.
Because Alaska is actually a bit higher than some of the lower Yukon.
Well, it's about the same. Alaska and Yukon, they're both up in the north.
Yeah. Well, actually, there's a bit of they call it a panhandle. Alaska goes along the coastline almost down to Victoria.
Not quite that far. It goes down to Stewart and Hyder.
I could have sworn it was a bit longer, but I'm sure you're right.
I've been there. I've been there.
I almost pulled my computer right off my headphones.
There was one time.
Yeah, I see now.
My dad and we did a road trip. We started out in Vancouver, where he flew from Montreal to Vancouver, and I picked him up, and we motored up towards up into through British Columbia, and we got to Fort St. John, and that's like the beginning of the Alaska Highway. And we went all the way up to Whitehorse. And from Whitehorse, we went up towards Kluane. And from Kluane, we went up into Alaska. And we went all the way up to Fairbanks. And from Fairbanks, we went down towards the Kenai Peninsula. And we went to Seward. And we did a tour where they showed us like whale watching and glaciers and shit. And from there we went back to Valdez, where the pipeline puts oil into the tankers to go down to the lower 48. And from there we went up to Where the hell did we go? Dawson City. And from there, we went up to Inuvik. Fabulous trip. Best trip I ever been on. Trip of a lifetime. Do it.
What year was this?
This was in 1997.
Were you with Cindy back then?
I hadn't met Cindy yet.
I know you were together in the late 90s, I think.
This was before Cindy. This was me and my dad. We went on this road trip. I had this GMC Suburban truck. It was like a big station wagon, basically. And we just motored on up there and had the time of our lives. It was the best time that me and my dad ever connected, in our entire lives. And I only met Cindy like a couple of years later. I still had the GMC Suburban, and we went camping a couple times in that thing.
Apparently, Sriracha Ace says Pinto in the house.
Pinto in the house.
Pinto Beans Hospital.
Where?
I don't know who he's talking about, but of course, Pinto Beans refers to our friend Tim.
Let me see. Pinto in the house.
MC in the house. He says, just kidding. JK.
Whatever.
Well, he's not doing anything, so who the hell cares?
I don't care.
I smell beans, Ace, says Don Holland.
Well, whatever. It really doesn't matter.
Fuck Pinto Beans.
Anyways, my dad and I, we did this 3-week road trip back in 1997, and we had the time of our lives. It was just fantastic. I would love to go there again. And what I plan to do when I retire and the government will give me enough pension on which to live on, I will give up my apartment and everything in it and say, to hell with this, and just live in a motorhome and go wherever I want. Mm-hmm. And for the summer months, I will go down south to like Baja California or Arizona or somewhere. And in the winter months, the winter months I'd go south, right? And in the summer months, I'd go up to the Yukon. It's great up there.
Yeah, I know. I've heard some incredible stories of people hiking up in the Yukon.
Exactly.
I know another trip I'd like to take, but it'd be dangerous as hell, but it'd be fun, would be go down to the Amazons.
The Amazon?
The Amazon, the rainforests down in South America. It's an extremely dangerous place, but it'd be cool to go because it's beautiful down there.
Yeah, you got anacondas and you got hostile tribes who've never been contacted by Western people.
Yeah. It's kind of a crazy place, but it's really nice. Maybe go to like Cambodia where it's a bit more civilized, but they still have the same kind of rainforests.
I'm just thinking about the album Dead Kennedys.
Dead Kennedys.
Holiday in Cambodia.
Holiday in Cambodia. Khmer Rouge?
Not exactly the place I want to be, but maybe now it's
well, yeah, back in the day they killed their own people. Nowadays it's better than that.
Exactly.
I think Cambodia is one of the few countries that still have a communist regime, if I'm correct.
Is it under the commies?
I know Vietnam is, China is, Cuba, North Korea, and either Laos or Cambodia. It's one of the two.
Well, to me, it makes no difference, really.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up just because
I'm probably never going to go there.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to have any dealing with the people, the people there. I have to get myself another glass of water because this one has gone dry. I will be right back. It won't be long. Oh, yeah.
Nope. That is correct. It's Laos. Cambodia is a kingdom.
Ah, there you go.
Kingdom of Cambodia, the long descendant of the Khmer Empire. I don't know who's still here. I'm pretty sure everyone's fallen to sleep by now except for us. Angkor Wat, Angkor Thom, if that's even correct. Suryavaraman. How is that name pronounced? Suryavarman II.
Okay, I'm getting back.
Still says 11 watching, apparently.
Really?
Apparently, it says 13.
I didn't know we had that kind of attractiveness.
Apparently, we're at like 10 now. We're hovering around 10. Sometimes it goes up to 15, and then sometimes it goes down to like 6. But we're like really fluctuating right now.
Oh, it is what it is, you know. 8. It says 7 now, so whatever.
I don't know how the name is pronounced. It's Suryavarman. Suryavarman.
Don't know how 11 could be watching it the entire time. Well, I don't know. What time is it now? It's 11 and a bit. At least on my clock. Where are you? There you are. Here we are.
For my video.
Okay, well, I'm back. I'll make myself more recognizable. How's that? There we go.
I haven't seen Quig without glasses in a long time.
Well, these are those, you know, these are reading glasses.
Yeah.
These are weak reading glasses that I got back in 2009 when I realized that I couldn't read anymore.
Yeah, because you're determined. I know you said it was what the video is called, the Feckwig Desk.
Feckwig Desk?
You made a video showing how messy your desk was. You had like playing cards, you had cigars.
It ain't no better now. In fact, I have 2 desks like that right now.
You know what's the funniest part about it to me? This video was from 2009. It was in the house that you moved in with Cindy, and you moved in there in 2007.
Yeah.
There was 2 decks of playing cards on your desk, but you said you hadn't played cards in over 25 years. How they survived that long, I don't know.
I don't know. I forget. I don't know what happened to those playing cards. I really don't know.
Well, I don't care what happened to them. I just think it's funny that you still had them 25 years later and you moved multiple times, but you still kept them on your desk.
Well, the thing is that I had those playing cards from the casino.
The casino?
Yeah, and people who played at the casino would give them to me because after they'd been played at the casino, they couldn't be played no more. So they had little holes punched in them to make them invalid for the casino. So they just gave them to me. But I never played with them.
Yeah. You know, do you think you'll ever do another science fiction review?
Oh, goodness. I would have to go through my books and see what I have read. I read about a book a month, you know, as it is right now.
I haven't been reading as much recently. I'd like to read more.
My problem is there's so many YouTube videos to watch.
Once I started to get more into YouTube, I stopped really reading and watching TV and stuff. YouTube kind of just became everything when it came to all that.
Exactly. But the thing is that I read for about half an hour, between half an hour and an hour every day when it's a work day.
Yeah.
Because my routine is that the alarm, that radio back there, see that one there?
Yeah.
That wakes me up at 4 o'clock.
Hey, can you see my camera right now?
Camera?
Like, can you see me right now?
Yeah, I see you fine.
You want to know what my alarm is? It's right next to my bed.
Old phone.
It was produced in 1994. It's an old bedside phone with the loudest alarm in the world. It literally scares me awake.
Okay.
It works quite well. To me, it has to actually like wake me up, or else I'm just gonna turn it off. But with you, it seems like it's far enough away that you have to get up. You can't just whack it.
Exactly. Well, that radio back there starts playing at 4 o'clock. And I have no choice but to get out of bed and go to the phone, and go to the radio to shut it off. So I do that. And then what I do is I turn the oven on to preheat it.
Yeah.
And then I go back into bed and I turn my bright light on because I have a bright light that is full spectrum sunlight. No ultraviolet and no infrared, but it's full spectrum sunlight. And because I have suffered from seasonal affective disorder in my past, I need this sunlight to keep me focused. So I turn this on and I start to read. And I read until the oven is warm enough to throw food in. And then I throw food in the oven. And the food gets cooked in the time it takes to cook it. And when the thing goes beep, it's time to go and get the food and bring it here.
Yeah.
And that's the way I do it. Real simple, real basic, nothing fancy or nothing.
I recently rewatched our crazy live stream. Well, I didn't watch it. I was just kind of listening to it while I did work. I didn't listen to the whole thing, but I listened to about 3 hours of it. This one's a lot calmer than that one. That one went crazy really quick.
To tell you the honest truth, I don't know what happened during that live stream.
Yeah.
Because
do you want me to tell you?
I was, first of all, I was not sober. Second of all, it just happened and kept happening and kept happening. And I really did not pay attention to what was going on. I was just reacting to what was happening at the time.
Do you want me to tell you a little bit?
You don't need to. It's quite all right.
Yeah, this one's a lot calmer. We've just been pretty much chatting. Last time, Tim wanted to have sex with me, and we wanted to call the cops on him. Definitely a different live stream. Tim
is not an issue. We don't care about Tim, really.
Yeah. Hey, you have the protectors of the Quig. You don't need to worry about him.
We don't care about Tim.
I swear, we need to make an official protectors of the Quig.
There's more than one person who has mentioned that.
I know Ryan Summers is the one who mentioned it originally.
Okay.
And then someone else, I think it was Whiskey Throttle, or maybe it was Richie here, mentioned it. And then I said that Ryan Summers is the grand master of it.
What's happening with the comments now? I don't know.
Well, Sriracha Ace asked me how long ago? 10 minutes ago. I gotta get caught up on these chat messages.
Okay.
Ben Arlego, what is your favorite kind of food? God, that's kind of tough. I like rice.
king of the bottom shelf. Oh, God.
I like rice. I like lettuce. I like grapes. I like a lot of natural foods that come from the earth and can be harvested from the earth, not from animals as much. I'm not a vegan. I'd say I like hamburgers, but I like just food. I can't gain weight. My metabolism is so unstable. I'm at 106. I was 102 3 years ago.
Age or ABV? Question mark. Well, sometimes it's neither. Sometimes you can have a young whiskey at a low ABV and it's good, as long as it tastes good.
Oh my God. It's time.
Because age and ABV can hide flaws.
Oh. I'm getting ridiculously, like, I'm not aware of my surroundings right now.
Oh, sorry to do that to you.
So what happened is I have my headphones plugged in so it doesn't echo, so I can hear you and it doesn't echo.
Yeah.
But I pulled back and the cord comes with me and it pulls my computer away. And
it unplugged itself?
No, it's just that it almost took my computer off my desk.
Oh.
Just because I'm not all here right now, and I'm just not all here right now. So I'm not thinking about the fact that it does that. So I'm pulling away and it's pulling my computer.
Well, I've got my computer plugged into a sound system.
Well, how can you hear me and it's not echoing? I can't hear myself in your computer.
It's great. It works great.
Well, how is it working? How are you doing it? Like to where I can't hear my voice through your computer?
Okay, well, what I got basically is an iMac from about 4 years ago.
I have an iMac too.
And I'm using Dragonfly. Okay. And
I heard myself there.
In the Dragonfly, there's a cord going from the Dragonfly to stereo amplifier.
Oh.
Okay. And the stereo amplifier has two speakers that way in front of me. And there's two speakers behind me. And besides that, there's a subwoofer directly behind my head.
I need to take a bit of a Lego moment.
I've got surround sound, okay, with bass.
Yeah, I'm planning to put in surround sound in my room too.
Yeah, well, that's the setup I got. And for some reason, the speakers are far enough away from the microphone on this iMac that there is no echo.
Yeah. Well, if I get loud, I can hear myself.
I can always adjust the volume too.
Yeah.
Right from my, right from this guy here.
Yep. Well, guess what? I have one too. You want to see mine?
Oh, I know.
Actually,
you have the ancient one with the
No, I have a new one. But guess what's wrong with it? I can't even find one of them. If you can still see my thing. Look at that. The keys are like, one of them is missing. One of them is like raised. Two of them are totally raised up and not positional at all.
I have two of those.
Yeah. This one, it's missing a key and two of them are screwed up.
This one seems to work for now. The other one, well, maybe if this one fucks up again, I'll grab the other one and use it.
Look, there you go. They just lost a key.
Oh, it's not an important key, is it?
It's enter and return.
Well, that's a little bit important.
This thing is falling. I'm using that ancient one right now because this thing is falling apart. I'm trying to get the keys to go back down, but only two of them have gone back down. There are a few more that were missing. I just don't know where this one is.
Oh, anyway, this one here has had whiskey spilled on it.
Oh, I'm sure it has.
So it's still working, and I have another one which has had whiskey spilled on it a few times too. So.
Have you ever broken a whiskey glass while you like fall asleep?
See the crack on that?
I see it.
And I broke one whiskey glass. One of these one time.
You fell asleep?
Here, I was watching videos. I was drinking whiskey. I was nosing. I was, doing the whole thing. And I fell asleep. And when I fell asleep, I let the whiskey glass go, and it ended up on the floor, broken.
Wasn't it like a whiskey festival glass too?
Yes, but I had a second one exactly identical to that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't lose out. So you may notice that I do not use whiskey festival glasses anymore. These are just Glencairns without any markings on them.
Yeah.
So that if I break one, it doesn't matter much.
I love the water one where it has the crack in it though. That's like a whiskey staple, I think, for people that drink whiskey. Is you gotta have a few cracked glasses.
I have a 2015, 2016, 2017, and 2018 Victoria Whiskey Festival glasses.
Yeah. I
broke one 2015, but the only reason I have another 2015 is that when I was at the 2015 Whiskey Festival, I had a glass. And for some reason, I was waiting for my ride for the car to come and bring me home. And somebody else stuck a dirty whiskey glass right in front of me with the 2015 whiskey glass logo on it and everything. And it was dirty, and it just put it down right in front of me.
Yeah.
And I thought, that's mine. And I put it in my pocket.
Hey, is your background on your Mac, is it something custom or is it just the default like the mountains?
My Mac?
Yeah, your Mac, like your computer, like how on your desktop there's just a background. What is yours?
Well, right now I see you. And I see me. And yeah, it's mountains and stuff, yeah.
Is it like it's like during the daytime and there's a lake?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what mine is too. I think it's just the default one.
Yeah, it's the High Sierra whatever mountain.
Yeah. Have you ever actually been to the Sierras?
I have.
I know I read a story recently. It's called Farewell to Manzanar. It's about Japanese people that were interred in the camps in the Second World War, and they were up in the Sierra Nevadas.
I've been to Manzanar.
You've been to Manzanar?
Yes.
Have you read the book?
No.
Because it's by a girl that was there with her family.
Seen the movie, what was the movie called? Something Snowflakes. It has to do with a love story that happened at Manzanar. Anyway, I've been to Manzanar, and it's just to the west of Death Valley.
Yeah.
And it's quite fascinating. They have everything where the whole camp was set up is gone. Except there's the one building which was the gymnasium or something, and they made a museum out of it, and they showed a lot of pictures of what life was like in the camp, in the Japanese internment camp. And there were quite a lot of stories written about that too.
Yeah. I know the book is called Farewell to Manzanar. It's by Janine Wakatuts. I don't know how to pronounce the last name, but it's she and her family were there, and it's actually a great. It was written after the fact, but
I
it's
may have read parts of it.
It's actually a great book. I still have my copy of it.
Anyway, it's quite a barren place.
Yeah.
With mountains on one side and mountains on the other side, and it's just a barren plain. And you've never been to Death Valley, have you?
No, I haven't.
Go someday.
I plan to go in January. Like I said, I'm going to save up money this summer to go.
Do it. Death Valley is one of my favorite places on earth. And what I like about it, well, I've been there, over the last 25 years, I've been there a number of times. And every year when I went to Death Valley, I would see something different. And I would make sure to focus on something different from the last time.
But I'm like, I don't even know where the other key that I'm missing is. Like, I just flung it somewhere, I think. Mm-hmm. I take these pills for high blood pressure, and they make me so crazy.
High blood pressure?
I have high blood pressure.
Are they statin?
Statin.
What's the name of the pill?
I'd have to go get it. They're over the counter.
Oh, they're over the counter rather than prescription?
No, I have a prescription, but it's just it's from CVS. It's from the pharmacy.
Okay.
It's not a brand, but they make me pretty crazy. I'm gonna have to see something. I'm gonna have to try to fix it. But
okay, because I took pills for blood pressure for a while, and they were called. There's a class of drugs called statin drugs. The one I was taking was simvastatin. And that messed me up in the head so much that streets that I had been driving on 25 years, I didn't remember the name of the streets.
Yeah. Well, I got so crazy once I accidentally took too many of them, and I printed out paper cases and stuff and was hanging them on my ceiling fan. I went a little wild that first night.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just that, especially if you have more than you should. If you have the recommended amount, you have to stop. Like, you can't do anything, or else you're gonna get like really hyper. But if you take more than you're supposed to, you will just go nuts.
Even the recommended amount is too much.
Yeah.
In my personal, humble opinion, I told the doctor I'm not taking this stuff anymore.
Yeah.
And I just put it aside and said, no, I'm not taking this anymore. I told the doctor, I'm not taking this stuff anymore. This statin drugs, they're not good for you.
Yeah.
And he said, well, you're entitled to do whatever you want. I said, great. I'm not forced to take this stuff. I won't take it anymore.
Yeah. Look, the enter key. Wait, it's flaking up. Like, it's on there. It's on there, but and the one below it is the shift, and it's missing.
Well, they're not too expensive to get another one.
Yeah. I hope I can find it, though.
Like I said, I have two of them, and I could get another one with the number keypad on the right side.
Oh, is it wired? The number keypad one?
No, it's like this one. It's
hell. Just earlier today, I ordered a wired one of this. It's the same thing, just with the number keypad on it. I ordered one just today because this one's so fucked up.
Well, mine is still Bluetooth, whatever.
Also, actually, if you notice, it's a German keyboard.
It's a what?
It's supposed to be in German, I think.
Oh?
I'm not sure what that's about, but I actually still also have the box for the iMac. Too. It came with it's a remote control for the computer. I don't know how to use it. Did yours come with one? It looks like an iPod almost with the wheel.
I have one of those. I think it's in the box in the closet.
What does it do though? Do you know?
I've never used it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's in the box in the closet that came with the computer, but I never used it. I never even powered it up.
I cannot find the shift key for. Oh, you might remember this from back in the day if you were into computers at all. You just might remember it in general.
A floppy?
Floppy, the magnetic disk.
Yeah, floppy.
Yep, they are terrible, terrible, terrible. If you put a magnet anywhere near them or spilled any liquid on them at all, boom, your data's just gone.
Yep.
Where the hell is that key at? I don't know where it's at. Okay, I gotta take my headphones off. I'm gonna try to look for this key for this keyboard because I don't want to waste money. Oh, it's right there. There you go. Shift. Shift, shift, shift. Good. Okay. And I'll have a spare one in case there is a legitimate problem with this one. You're not a real big. Back in the day, they were huge floppies. They were actually floppy. I mean, you could like fly them in the air.
I remember those. They were, yeah.
Big old beasts. I know my mother took a course. This is back in the late '80s, early '90s on computer stuff, and they were just terminals again. There was no doc. There's none of that. It was just text on the screen.
The first experience I had with computers was key punch.
Key punch.
Back in the late 70s, early 80s.
How would you even know? How would I even know what is what Sriracha Ace just has? How would you even know at Ben or Lego?
And it's long before you were born.
Yes, it was.
You had this thing the size of a desk, and it would put cards from one end to the other, and the cards would go through this whole Rube Goldberg kind of a setup, and you would type what you wanted on the card.
Big floppies, because I've used them before.
This is before floppies. This was just cards.
Oh, I'm answering Sriracha Ace. He's wondering how I know about big floppies because I've used them before. My parents still had the stuff left over from back in the day. It was all we had back before 2008 when we bought modern laptops.
Right, but this was before that.
Yeah, I know it was.
This was cards. This was cardboard cards that would go through this setup and come out on the other end, and you would put the cards together, and you'd put a elastic band around the cards, and you'd give the cards to somebody who would put them through a card reader, and the card reader would read the cards and send the information from the cards to a computer that was far away. And the computer far away would give you an answer based on what your information was from what your cards, and it would send it back to you. And you could pick up your information from your cards like a day later, and then you could see what your answer was.
Yeah. Computers definitely have evolved, and it's mostly for the better. It's like, how hard was it to use them back then compared to now?
It was freaking impossible. It was ridiculous and retarded,
yeah.
And I didn't want to have anything to do with it.
Yeah. Yeah, nowadays, especially with a Mac, you can just sit in front of it and generally just get to do what you want to. If you want to check your email or get online and watch YouTube, it's not very hard back in the day to do anything. That stuff wasn't even around, but to do anything, you had to know all sorts of stuff. You really had to be in the know.
Really, but we're talking back in the late 70s and early 80s. That's when I was doing that. And I only really I said, this is bullshit. I don't want to do with this. And I only got into computers back in the early 90s after that, when things were a little bit more user-friendly.
Yeah, and then, of course, nowadays they're much more user-friendly.
Yeah, and they get more so all the time.
I'm gonna have to try and reconnect my keyboard. It might be broken entirely now. Whoops. I hope I didn't destroy a keyboard.
Hopefully your batteries are still good.
I wonder what the problem was. No batteries.
There you go.
I have to go get batteries. I'll be right back.
There you go. Ah, kids. Where are we now? Floppies. Gotta sleep now. Oh my god. A close call, all is good. Big night message retracted. My screen says 18 watching. How many? 18 watching? I got 7. How's that possible, Don?
The host has the correct amount. Only the host has the correct amount.
Mine still says 11, says Ace.
Mine must be frozen or something. Well, here's the problem with the batteries is because when the keys flew off of this thing, I said, "Oh, screw this! I'm done with it." I gave my TV to my sister, so I just gave her the batteries for the remote, and I said, "Screw this thing!" I just put it in there, and all the keys flew all over the place. I put it back together, tried to put the keys back on, and realized, oh crap, the batteries! I gave the batteries to her, so I didn't have any batteries. I was hitting this thing. I thought I destroyed it. Let me just put something in the chat.
So what's happening here with the
all the keys still work. Thank God for that.
What the hell is this?
But yeah, you still got that flaking. Look at that.
I'm just looking at what's happening with email here.
Especially the enter key is the one that's screwed up real bad.
Okay.
You're for some reason like really pixelated and laggy on my screen.
Am I?
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
I look perfectly fine from here. Yeah.
If I put random letters in the chat, then don't worry about it. Because I'm just trying to get this thing to go back.
Let me check my email. My email doesn't want to check because I'm on with you. Huh. Oh, well.
What is Shaw.ca?
What is what?
It's Shaw.ca.
Shaw.ca. It's my,
internet service provider?
Yeah, that's what it is.
I was going to say, I've never heard of Shaw.ca.
Shaw.ca, that's Shaw.Canada.
Oh, .Canada, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm not very with it right now.
That's okay.
Also, if you notice that the aluminum is cracked on this thing.
I don't know. What was it about Shaw.ca?
I was just wondering what it is because I've never heard of it before.
That's just my internet provider.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I've had some nightmares spilling stuff on keyboards before, just totally short circuits. You were lucky to have yours survive.
Shaw.ca is nothing to worry about.
Man, this key is totally fucked up.
I'll tell you what, I'm totally fucked up too.
Yeah, we're both fucked up right now. You're drunk and I'm on fucking pills. I'm a druggie and you're a drunk. There you go. I'm not actually saying you are, but that's just funny. That's what we are right now, at least.
So what are these pills supposed to do for you?
It's supposed to lower my blood pressure level. I have high blood pressure problems. I hope I pull the right thing out. I might lose my webcam for a second. Okay, there we go. I've had high blood pressure problems for a long time. I can't drink soda anymore, but I still do, and I'm finally stopping. but I have to stay on the pills. Because, I mean, my blood pressure gets to insane levels sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a medical mystery. My whole life has been a medical mystery. Like, I get these crazy migraines. No one can explain.
I've never had a migraine. I don't know what they're like, but I've heard people telling me about.
It's pretty much what a hangover feels like. It's pretty much just that, but you're not hungover. It's just a normal day, and you have a pretty much what feels like a hangover.
I never get those.
Yeah, I get them all the time.
I never get those because I drink enough water.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably my problem too.
Now, if you drank more water, would that help?
I'm sure it would. I probably need to. It's probably something you're eating. I don't think it's something I'm eating. I've tried different diets and stuff. I actually went full vegan for a little bit. It didn't help at all. Well, not vegan. I went vegetarian. The vegans are a bit different, I think.
Same idea.
The same. I tried not to eat meat for a little bit. It didn't do anything. It didn't help at all. Sugar. No, I need to avoid sugar, though. That's the big one.
No meat, no dairy. There you go.
Yeah.
I try to avoid sugar, too, because I'm diabetic, so. But I take my pills, and I'm generally under control, so I'm doing okay.
Yeah. I know a few people who are diabetic. Yeah, water is very important. Hydration, sugary soda are bad, I know.
And whiskey brings the blood sugar level down just a little bit.
Well, you might fuck up something else with whiskey. Not your lungs, that's smoking.
No, that's smoking.
Your arteries, maybe?
Nope.
Your kidney, I don't know what it is that alcohol screws with.
Your liver.
Your liver, yes, your liver.
It'll mess up your liver if you do a lot for a long time. As far as I know, my liver's still good.
Oh my God, this key is just destroyed.
Who's been commenting here?
Same old people, for the most part.
Don Holland and Sriracha Ace.
Try collagen power. I don't. Try college power. Try collagen powder. I don't know. I'll look up that.
Liver and nervous system. Yep, there you go. There. Yeah.
You know what was great?
Yeah, I'm getting kind of lethargic myself.
But it was with the last live stream. I'm just going to mention him just for this because you might find this funny even still. Is that Tim asked me to pee in his mouth, and you said, "I'll piss sugar in your mouth." How about that? We were both pretty fucked up that night too, so we got pretty crazy with Tim.
I'm glad that he's not with us tonight.
Yep.
And I have not been reading much in the way of comments. I've looked at them a couple times, but I have not been following them like I often do.
Just because of Tim.
And I really don't mind. There may be a couple of people on there. There's Don Holland and Sriracha Ace, and I haven't seen most of what they're doing. So my apologies, guys, if I haven't read your comments. I'm just in the now. I'm in the moment. I'm in the here. So I'm just looking at what's going on rather than what the comments are doing. And don't be alarmed because I have had many drams of whiskey tonight. I think this is number 14 or 15 since noon. And right now, what time is it? It's about Oh, it's almost midnight. So we're talking about 14 drams in 12 hours.
And
I,
Srirachi Ace says, is Tim the person into Sasha and Pasha at Ben Lego? I don't know what Sasha and Pasha is.
Sasha and Pasha, I think Tim might be responsible for that too.
I don't know what it is.
It's porn.
Oh, it's porn. I don't watch porn.
Well, if you want to know what porn it is, you look up Sasha and Pasha.
Well, I know what porn is, but I don't watch it.
Yeah, well, if you're interested, you look up Sasha and Pasha on your Google or whatever search engine, and it will show up. And there's these two teenage chicks. They're twins, and they suck each other off and stuff.
I only have time for one.
Yeah, but well, they're cute, you know. They're nice little girls, you know. They're nice to watch, but
okay then.
but
this is going in a strange direction.
You know, for someone like me, it's like, oh come on.
Well, I'm sure you do. You watch porn?
Not particularly. I might look at pictures sometimes, but I do not watch porn.
I don't either.
But pictures are good.
Okay. I
could point you to some pictures that are great. But if you don't want, I won't.
I'm trying to stay faithful.
Whatever. Sometimes you got to get your rocks off, kid.
Well, I do, but just not to random people.
Well, good. Then you know what you're doing already. I don't have to teach you nothing.
No, we're not going to go into that story. That's why I don't like to talk about some things on YouTube. There's a bit of a controversy relating to sexual stuff on YouTube.
Come on, it's natural. It's you know.
Maybe I'll tell you off air even. I don't know. It's just kind of it's not exactly just sexual urge, whatever. It's something entirely different than that. But it's
have it your way.
Well, I'd get like 1,000 people watching my videos if I sold that part. It's, let's just say, I can't really say alive, but
how to get popular on YouTube.
Yeah, how to get I wouldn't be popular, I'd be unpopular, but people would watch me just to hate on me probably. Even though there's no reason for them to, it's just that people wouldn't like what I'd have to say.
Why? What do you have to say?
You got me live. Oh, how do I say it? I'm involved with some people that people might not be very happy that I'm involved with.
Okay, fine. Be mysterious. I don't care.
I've been mysterious for years about this, and people always wonder. That's why the troll was trolling me, is because he wanted to know what it was about.
Whatever. I'm not going to pry, you know. You share what you want to share. If you don't want to share it, that's fine. You know.
Yeah, that gets into some controversial shit.
I'm not gonna press nothing. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah, we all got our. It's not. You don't tell every single thing about your life to YouTube.
Not everything, no. But I hint at things.
Oh my god! I went back to the Hangouts window. We have like 5 old calls open from when we tried to get it set up.
Yeah.
It was a real nightmare getting this set up.
Hey, it works now since you're on my stream.
I don't know why it wouldn't. It said something about you not being in my circles.
It said the same thing to me.
That's strange.
But anyway, whatever. I don't even know whose show we were on or whatever is going on. I've had a lot to drink, and you and I were talking together on this thing, and there might be a few people watching still. And good on them.
We still have 2 people watching besides us, I think.
2 people! Oh,
there might be a few more, but we have 2 people chatting. Sriracha Ace and Don Holland. That's it.
oh my goodness. Well, I'm getting to that point where I'm almost done.
Yeah, I'm so buzzed. Like, I'm buzzed. Yeah, okay, I'm buzzed. I gotta pull a Ben or Lego and take a nap, I think.
I'm just about done. What time is it now? We've got almost midnight locally, and I think I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to sleep really well. How about you?
I gotta pull a Ben or Lego, then I'm probably gonna take a nap. But then I got shit to do real early.
There you go. Now you know. Okay, I'm going to stop the broadcast right about here, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Great. Been good chatting with you.
Yep.
Okay, have a good night.
Slancheva.
Slancheva, and good night.